So while this guy's trying to get in, we'll just do a quick recap of what's happening today and the tournament as a whole before we get started. So yesterday we had 15 teams. We had a dropout, but 16 teams yesterday in Qualifier 1. They played 4 games. 16 different teams today playing across 4 games again. 4-man FPP squads, Erangel, Miramar. And then the top 11 teams from yesterday and today. So the combined leaderboard of those 32 teams, the top 11 for points, are going to go through to the final, which is next Friday, where they will join 5 teams that are already through due to their placement in the previous tournament. Young Marsden is the GOAT. He just sent me 50 quid for winning him a game on PUBG. Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, nice. Who was it? Ramsey said that after playing marbles on stream with us the other day, he went and watched another marble streamer and he won 50 quid on a game of marbles.
What?
Oh.
I need to start playing marbles more.
Yeah, I need to get in that sweet marbles action.
We got a really balanced plane for this first game, by the way. I've been obviously doing the other games in that, and we've had like 4 military circles in a row because of low planes. So seeing a plane like this is actually really surprising.
Yeah, we had we were all really sensible planes yesterday, actually. I was quite surprised. We did have a milli circle, which was nice. We had one of I can't remember if it was game 1 or 2, but we had one finish. It's down here, was it? Oh, that moves the camera there. It doesn't put a ping on it, does it? But yeah, it was down here on the southwest of the military base itself, on that little corner of the road there, the main road. That was the finish there. That was it was second game, because that's one RMV won, and then the first win was right up. That was the Team Big one up by the crash site. We had a crash site finish, which was really cool. I don't think I've ever really seen a game finish like right in the crash site.
Circles, playing like circle endings recently have been very exciting. Like we've had the military ones, and then we've had them ending in towns and stuff a lot more. Like it's been bouncing all the way back. We had the yesterday we had one end in the bowl in Miramar. I can't remember what the place is called, but it landed literally in the middle of the bowl with all them a broken plane and that on Miramar.
The crater, really Bendita, yeah,
that's the one. Yeah,
La Bendita. Yeah, nice. I've been trying to improve my circle knowledge recently, because there's lots of
reading.
Yeah, there's lots of there's a knack to it, isn't there? Because it has certain
there is a knack, yeah,
like ways it will move where it moves away from water at certain phases, and it will try and move towards certain playable terrain and away from unplayable terrain and things like that. So you often hear the casters make predictions of where they're like, oh, it's going to go over here, and all the players know that. I'm like, how do they know this?
Yeah, so the rule is after phase 3, esports settings come into play, and it's meant to move away from unplayable areas, so water, certain mountains, and certain buildings. But obviously, sometimes they can still stay in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Then we have things called hard shifts, where obviously it just shifts the complete opposite way people don't expect it to. Then it takes that playable area instead. So circles can be really random. We can see our teams are dropping here together. We can see where my DMR and crew dropping very close to that team there.
Yeah, a couple of them look like they're contesting over on Milt there. A couple going up towards Roz. I think there might be a bit of a contest here, although I imagine the yellows will probably decide to back out down to school. DG Inco I can see way up the top in Zaki there. They are shooting at some guys in the air, so let's get ourselves down.
Yeah, they're trying
to
shoot him out of the air right
That's
now.
what we love to see. His old Keir Starmer trying to shoot these lads down. Go on, Keir. That'd be a hell of a way. An Iron Sight K9 heady out of the air. Be a way to start the tournament.
With their Uzi. Larry with his Uzi that far away, trying to shoot him out of the air. Oh, this is a circle. Let's right circle. Most of our teams have to rotate all the way down into it, So this is an ending where you can sort of predict earlier on. You expect it to move away from the water very early on, and sort of either end right next to Milter Power or near the lumberyard area.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see Laker, well, that's FOTT. They're already splitting over to take over big power and small power at the moment. These are the guys who were taking some shots in the air, but they managed to get away with it. We got Rogy Boy, Daniels, Snell Bros, and Danny Boy down here. Still not too many teams have started making their move. I think a lot of them are leaving it a little bit late. I mean, especially considering quite how many of them are miles up in the top left there. We see we've got that team 4 is Broken Arrows all the way up there. We've got RSA up there. We've got SND. Yeah, there's a lot of teams quite a long way from the play zone at the moment.
Yeah, there's definitely some of these teams that feel like they need attachments before leaving. You see some people are like, I can't shoot this gun without a grip, or I need this compensator. You know, but I like to see teams rotate themselves a bit. We can see some shots down near Titan Bones in that right now. It looks like FOTT are actually pushing in for a fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go have a look. Get ourselves in. This is, yeah, FOTT. And we got Yads here. This is from the bot squad. Yeah, Goas is stuck in, and Goas dropped down by Greggy. Take it down, and he is gone. That is going to be... He's only got Drago nearby as well. These guys were running that split, so Drago is close. And then the other two are still over at Big Power. Yeah, so poor old Drago, pretty isolated right now.
Yeah, he is very weak at this building. Just managed to get a heal off. We see Greggy is about to chuck a nade into that top building. If he can hit that, it looks like he's aiming especially for the wrong window there by accident. But there you go. You can see the rest of Team 9. That is a bot squad pushing their way up with more nades, more mollies. They want to get this boy out. He's going to try to just sit here with his barrel. He's got a laser sight on it. He's still got free armor and a helmet. So he might just wait for his team. He can get himself at least 1 point here. It might actually pay off.
Yeah, it looks like Yads is making the push up there. The other guys have been quite slow coming over. I saw them about to make that move. It's a nice defensive molly there. Actually caught Yads. He's going to have to drop back and med here. The rest of the team are here. Is he going to drop? No, I think he'll just get that heal off okay. So Drago is holding out okay up there, but I don't know what happened to the other FOTT guys. They were in a vehicle and now they're running. I don't know if they've flipped that, but we'll stay with the action down here because this is where it's all kicking off.
Drago didn't die there because he had free body armor. He was literally sitting on a nade. But because of that explosive reduction they gave to body armor, he literally tanked a nade. I don't actually know how he even did it. He literally just went and sat on it.
Like something out of a at-war movie or something, like throwing yourself on the grenade. Yeah, he's hanging in there. He's been nicely stunned. They are going to push up now and take the fight to him. Look, 2v1. No chance for Drago. There he goes. Nicely done. And just before the guys could turn up, they were just too slow getting here for Bert and Serox. I want to have a look over here and see if... I'm sure I saw them hop in a vehicle over by Big Power. And then... Oh, well, let's go and watch them get shot down. There's Bert.
Bert actually does go down to Greggy there by that barrel. He went for that 2 times AK, and that's the one gun I don't like with the 2 times on. And apparently Bert doesn't either. He missed his
didn't work out.
He did push. He pushed a 1v4. It looks like the communication must have been a little bit off there. Zero wasn't there to help him and just sort of pushed away.
Yeah, I think they maybe need to have a think about... their decision-making somewhat. There was no reason for them to run in with 2 versus 4. They'd lost 2 members early. That's not great, but after that situation, you want to try and regroup, and it looks like, excuse me, Saru is going to try and do that now.
If you see some teams at the top left still rotating themselves in the blue really, really late. That is RSA. Took a couple of shots there at the boys trying to push themselves by. That was Team 4, which is Broken Arrows. And they're going to be able to actually get away with that. I hope they have a couple of meds because that circle is so far. And because this is esports mode, it's really going to hurt them.
Yeah, it's not going to be a fun journey down for them. We've got RSA up here. We've got Ero's team coming down. The others have just about made their way in. But yeah, a lot of teams leaving it quite late compared to what you'd see, you know, maybe from more. Oh, Jeremy, are you running in?
His teammate is now coming in a car, but
okay.
Team 4, I don't know what Team 4. They did have a car then, and now they're all running on the island, and now they've only got 1 buggy. So Broken is there, is going to be by himself. Yeah. Going to have to run in maybe.
Okay, so what is going RSA? Just real rookie mistakes here from RSA. You've got to say they've jogging into the play zone. They've got to go across the entire map with no
Shane
vehicle.
has 4 first aids. Tinnis actually only has 1 first aid remaining. We can see.
That is...
Jeremy has 0 first aids, but he does have a bunch of bandies about to get picked up. But they're actually really low on meds.
Tragic.
So even if they do make it in, they're going to have no meds for any fight they get into.
Yeah. Wow.
And that is a hard shift there. Jesus.
Yeah, and that has gone, wow, right down about as far as it possibly could. There is so much water in that circle right now. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. I mean, that's going to work out okay for Bald RXN down here. That's Effects. Here's Sama, Jack, and Larry down in Milta. Also over here, we've got the Chicken Dinner CD team in Milta Town. But let's get up. There's a fight going on. I see this is SND just up by Shelter, I think.
Yeah, take some shots in this vehicle, drove them past. That is against 4th Dimension. They're going to be able to drive away quite safely, just trying to get them down on that rotation. They're going to be able to get themselves to that circle nice and quickly. S&D still have to get themselves there. I'm still just worried about these boys in the blue, to be honest. They're sort of going to be panicking.
They've got a long way to go.
That's all I can think about it. We had a team the other day who took the new ferry in, or as I say new, but they didn't realize the blue was coming, and they all died on the ferry.
Oh,
got there.
Tragic. So we had a team use the ferry actually to rotate in Yes, well, not a team. They had one of them was on the ferry, and then another, and then two of them were like in a boat next to the ferry coming in. It looked pretty cool, but I don't think it really worked out for them in the end. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone really using a ferry, even in a normal game, let alone in a competitive game. Well, effects there taking a big old hit to the face.
They're trying to shoot these drive-bys right now. Jack is taking shots on Team 1, trying to pass in their UAs right now. Got them very weak. Just needs to hit one more slur shot on them. He's going for that spray. Not going to be able to connect, though, with them bullets, so he's just going to drive away. But we can see Team 13 did get one down there. That was Chicken Dinner. They're going to be able to get that res just because there's a little bit of space between them and effects. But we can actually see Team 6 getting some kills there.
Yeah, there was, I mean, as you'd expect, there are so many teams down here because where else are they going to go? There goes, that was the last member of FOT, Sorox. Is taken down by Zed. That was X, Team X here. They lost Spree, but they've got Rebel here. They've got Bambi. Rebel putting some shots onto some of the other guys there. Looks like, I think X may have lost maybe
Puppy, I think they had a DC.
Or
they had a DC early on, didn't get in the game. It looks like a bunch of teams rotating in on that top side, though. S&D rotating in with KW.
Oh, yeah, there is a convoy going on. Though. Yeah, this is, I mean, they seem to be getting away. There's not quite as much maybe drive-by action as you might see on PUBG PC. Maybe they haven't quite discovered that meta yet, but it's such a brutal thing. You do see that
in the main comp games, because you actually get a accuracy buff when shooting from vehicles, and I think teams are starting to learn that, which is quite a weird concept, but it actually gives you like a 40% reduction when shooting from a vehicle or something.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I think it's you also, oh, here we go. This is Wazor up on Keir Starmer, taken down. He's going to be gone. That's Effects' team. He is gone. Jack's still there. Wazor's going to be caught in the back here. They've still got 4 up though, so it's 3v4. FX is low, but he takes down Zor nicely. This is a pretty spicy fight down here. They've got Jack down as well, so it might be just Effects up on his own here, but he's doing the business. He is doing... Oh, get me camera on the right. No, he's got Larry with him as well. Where's the other guy? So Larry is in there taking down Bonnie here, but Bonnie's got him. It's going to be just Effects left. It's a 1v1.
Yeah, Bonnie's been able to go clutch here. I think, you know, Team 2 there went for a push. Bold wanted to get in. They got them a couple of downs. They're like, we can get her as quickly as we possibly can and get these kills and confirms. But they've lost Larry. Got the res on Jack, but they've also lost another member there as well. So got to be very careful now. Got to make sure they get there first. So Effects going to go get this other confirm. But Bonnie's just going to sit in the top of this building. We're probably going to see Jack and Effects now push this with their utility. Yeah,
they get some nice mollies going in there and trying to find an angle through the side. Bonnie just holding that room with the teddy bear there. Oh, we're going to get caught on the balcony. Nice movement from Effects there. Does get him caught in the end. And we can see the circle there. I mean, I guess it went about the only place it could go with the amount of water that was in the zone there. Let's have a little fly around and we'll see what the rest of our teams are up to. Team 9 here. This is Bot Squad. They've taken this group of 4 here. Team 1, SD. They've split across the garage area. I believe up behind them we're going to find X, or the 2 members of X that remain.
They are struggling, by the way, just to let you know. They are down in the blue.
There they go. Yeah, they are still jogging in. Oh, Jeremy found a car, but I think that might be just a touch.
He's got no meds left. He's
a touch late. Touch late for poor Jeremy. Let's get over to the side here because we've got another team coming in from the bridge from from Millie Island. This is Team 12, is the money team. The beautifully named Fart Pipe coming in that UAZ. Jack trying to put some shots in as they go past. Jack and Effects still holding out here. They got 4 kills on the board, so they lost a couple of players, but 4 kills and getting into the late-ish game, you know, not too shabby. They're both good players. I'm sure they're going to pick up some more points throughout this game.
Yeah, we got some X down here having a little flight with Flawtastic as well, just on the coast there. And you see Reese managed to get that confirmed and actually taking on 2 fights at once, taking down SD as well. There is only 2 of them. Bambi is actually 1 shot there. She's got 1 HP remaining. She's going to be able to get that med off in time, but they're just sort of controlling this area. They've got this nice little dip. They can stop anyone pushing them. And actually, Flawtastic 4 will have to watch out for KMG coming up from behind eventually, maybe.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like you say, it's not a bad position for them, really. It depends where the next circle shifts, obviously, but this dip's working quite well for them. They got plenty of meds. There's a knock from Bambi on, was that bleeding out for Snellbros, I think.
Confirm.
Yeah, they confirm. So 3 kills is decent. Every point counts. You get 1 point per kill. Get some nice shots on Delta Beard there from Bambi, but very low. But not able to confirm the kill. Like you say, 3 different fights going on here. We've got X. We've got 15 is the Flawtastic 4 holding this ridge, but that is a real rough spot. It's okay to shoot from for now, but when they get pushed off of this, there's not going to be any good options for them, really.
Jeremy made it all the way to the zone. He's actually a Milta, so he might be able to find himself some meds there. We're going to see our zone shift in about 30 seconds. It should take out most of that water, and these teams should be forced in a little bit more. We can actually see there's KMG going for that third party finally and pushing themselves around up. Is that the confirm? Now, that is just a down on the side, and they're going to try and capitalize on this push on these rocks
just
right
the
now.
knock initially there on Amazing, but they are pushing around a little bit. But again, they're going to find themselves in not a brilliant position. They're going to take down these guys. Nice hit on Liberal there, taken out by Saloom from KMG. That's just going to leave one up for those guys, and we're going to see this circle pop. We've got Yads and Co in the middle, and that's going to pop just up there. Okay, so we've got S&D nicely in here. Team 7, Monster Drift team. Ice Cold Killers are sitting pretty happy as well. And also the bot squad have got a pretty strong compound there.
Yeah, it's mostly going to be between Killfeed. No, this is Flortastic 4 and KMG right now. They just sort of got to push each other in. There we go. We can actually see Rebel Reese on top, bullying a little bit because he can third party from this hill. And he's just sitting up there with his SLR 8 times, just waiting for them to peak. You got to guess that Team 15 are in a little bit of a panic right now and don't know where to go.
Yeah, it's such a nasty three-way fight going on. It's been going on for so long between these three teams. Looks like, I mean, they've 3 kills on the board for X. How many KMG? KMG haven't got any confirms yet.
So ran over his teammate, by the way.
Oh, effects. Where? Okay, so I assume they were crashing someone. Yeah, Jack has fallen out. He's on second knock as well. Effects is trying to run back to get him here. He is making a run for that tree. Is this? They're not going to let him
going for it.
He's trying to revive him.
They can't allow this. Surely not. Oh, they're just running away as well. What are they doing? They're going to allow Jack to get back up here on this res.
Oh my god. How? Yeah, now you put the smoke down. Yeah. Well done. He was on. Oh no, he's getting tagged now. Well, at least he's got that smoke for backup. But Jack was on second knock. That's why he just, well, he didn't have to go for it. But if he wanted to get him up, he had to go for it. Somehow, miraculously, Mr. Effects has managed to get Jack back on his feet. Well, that frag looks really good, though. That came from way out, but it didn't actually manage to catch him thanks to the weakness of frags currently. Effects lining up a frag to put inside here. Doesn't manage to get in. You mad here standing out. Well, we've gone on some random player absolutely miles away through the camera. Fly ourselves back over. Effects has got down Sleazy McLove, so that is one down. That's going to make it a 2v2 between Jack here and Effects. Let's get the camera on the right guy. Look, he's just spraying into the smoke, but isn't going to find any connections on Effects there.
Yeah, Effects team's getting flashed right now. We see Jack push around the side to help with the support right now. And there's the team nade actually coming in, getting that first from them as well. Effects is on 5 kills, and we can see Jack's trying to get official tissue here. They're going to call him out. Effects going to go for the shots for these AKs. There's that Uzi. Unfortunately, not enough bullets in the Uzi to get that confirmed. And there we go. Team 2 being able to get 7 kills right now.
Yeah, I don't know how they got away with that, but that is Fourth Dimension Gaming taken down. An absolute bit of a, oh, hello, but we got another team turning up. This is Broken Arrows. They've just rocked up to this fight. They've heard the action going on, and they've come to see what is happening. A lot of kills, obviously, there for Effects and Jack, but there are only 2 of them. But 2 very good players can put up a pretty good fight. See what this team coming in can do about it. They are being cautious. They're not charging in there, jumping out of vehicles and getting themselves knocked or anything. Looks like Rocket Cargo might be a little bit low on meds, though. KMG looks like they're stuck down a cliff, by the way, over at the other side of the
I'm very
circle.
surprised. I'm not too sure. I missed their rotation, obviously, because we were watching that fight. They must have gone in a boat or something. Like, how did they get all the way around that side?
Yeah, it's quite a... Oh, yeah, I didn't realize quite how far they had gone. Let me map up for a moment. You can see this. So Team 9, this is the bot squad. They're sitting pretty comfortably in this compound here, not seeing any reason to move from there. And why should they? SD, again, still sitting down here. X are still up on the cliffs where they were before. This is Team 15. So Flortastic 4 made a big rotation as well and got around here. And then this is KMG, who kind of took the same route, but it hasn't worked out so well. Saloom has been knocked. The rest of them, they're much further around. So this is the rest of KMG all the way around here. Yeah, I think they must have found a boat. I don't think they would have swam there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. That was definitely a far rotation. We can see this fight between Effects and Team 4 on top of this hill still going on. And they're actually now getting third-partied by KMG as well, trying to steal that kill. And they are actually going to steal that kill from Effects. But Team 4 haven't been able to capitalize on this 2-man just below them. Maybe they haven't been watching their kill feed. You know, sometimes you see people count the kill feed. You'd realize that Effects and his teammate only has 2 left on his team. But they're sort of just sitting in this dip, and they will have to push in because that circle has moved once again.
Yep, it's pushed back to the north. We've still got small power mostly in, and this compound that we've seen the bot squad sitting in for a while, that is still in there as well. So those 2 teams aren't going to have to move out. That we'll see Bambi's just been taken down there by Titan. So that was actually bot squad. They've had to move down. X has tried to move down from that position they were in. They've got this sniper tower. Okay, so this is what they've gone for. There goes Effects popping off, getting some more kills. Back over the other side. Here we go. And there's just one left from Team 4, from Ero's team here. It is
Team
DG here. He's trying to... He's going to jog in here, but he's going to get caught. I mean, Jack and Effects here are going to try and... Yeah, they're just getting out of there. So, well, I mean, DG is going to survive for now, but he's got to jog his way into the play zone. I don't think that's going to work out very well. Let's see where Effects tries to make their way in. Are they going to go for this dip? Yeah, okay. So they're just going to go for this dip here near the money team, Team 12. And then we've got a bit of a fight going on at the back here as well between SND. I still get a little kill in the feed there.
Yeah, Team 1, Team 15, Team 5, they all have to push themselves in. TBS, the bot squad are just sort of waiting there, waiting for them. They're either going to die to blue or get gifted kills. Team 15 but actually dealt a bit, turning around and actually taking this fight on out of the zone rather than pushing himself in and dying early. It's a very smart play to see from Delta doing that early on.
Yeah, I'm surprised they've managed to get into this position at all. At least they got a couple of kills on the board. They aren't into the points placement yet. He has found this little dip. If he can get KMG out, it's going to be a nice another kill. It's going to be a one-shot. There we go. So that's another, there you go, another kill point. They all count. He's not in a great spot. I mean, if DG here, he might be able to pick up another kill potentially. He's landed some shots. There you go. I think Yad's picked that up in the end. Yeah, that was Yad's from...
managed to steal that kill from him. Now he's got to push in himself, and you can see the bot squad are waiting for him. They know where he is. So he's going to have to push himself around. He has got a little bit of a dip there to work with if he rotates perfectly. There is a little... This FPP, you know, some people aren't used to playing this FPP mode. Like, you can actually hide in these tiniest little dips.
Yeah, he can keep himself alive for a little bit longer, I think. Oh, we're seeing Team 7. They have a big fight going on here. This is KW have moved in, and they've just mollied absolutely everyone down here. This is Team 7, Liam's team. He has been stunned on the stairs, and they're going to be pushing up, chasing this. He's just trying to hold this. They got the frag nicely on the stairs.
The
Look at the state of the bottom of the stairs, though. They've blocked the stairs.
They're trying to move it.
Oh, well, there he goes. That was Ice Cold Killers there, taken down by KW, the kill feed whores. Well, they really turned it into quite the car park in this building, haven't they?
Well, Sicko got free with one Molotov there. They all got in that back room. He just chucked it in, and they gave the position away. And it was just like, oh, now it's just Dark Pine v them all.
Yeah, 4 kills there. So pretty nice. 7 teams remaining now. So everyone is into the placement points. You get, I think it's 1 point for 7th and 8th. And then it gradually goes up, and then you believe you get about 10 points for first place, and it's 1 point per kill. This is X. They're still going. Still got Battle Bambi's on. She is onesies, and now she's nunsies. She is gone. And that is going to be Rebel Reese. There's no chance for Bambi. Bambi's going to be taken out by Greggy here. 11 kills. They've done well, considering they've just been sat in this compound the whole time. Often you'll see teams doing that, ending up with not too many kills on the board. But they've done that and got themselves a nice kill total here. So well played by the bot squad there.
Yeah, the circle, you know, they knew it was going to go away from the water eventually. It was going to move from them cliffs. So set yourself up a little bit more inside. A bunch of these teams took the cliffs. They ran towards them, and they managed to get the kills as they walked themselves in, getting themselves 11 kills so far. And now Rebel Reese has got to run himself in the open as well. And I'm pretty sure he's going to go down there. There we go. Take it down by Where My DMR. S&D did push in with their vehicle, did get taken down. At the same time, I'm not too sure who by, but that res does come in. We can see actually Jeremy on RSA still in the game. 16 all the way from the blue. Maybe he'll win. You'll never know.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Jeremy. I just saw him creeping in there. I mean, it's a stellar effort to have made it in. They didn't have the best start, I think, shall we say, but he's made it into 6th place. So that's points on the board. That's placement points. I'm just going to move over to S&D here because they've been pushed out of small power, as you say, and now they're quite up close with KW here. They've got all 4 remaining, so that's frags coming in close, but I don't think it's going to do too much. It's going to go a little bit off to the left here. But yeah, big fight going on here, and there's shots coming in from bot squad at the side as well while this is going on.
Yeah, S&D sort of seems to be pinned here right now. Bot squad is taking shots at them. Effects and crew can also see them from their windows. KW have got that left angle. They really need some circle luck here so they don't have to move. If they have to push themselves out, they're going to have to probably take a fight with KW. Pushing to that left would probably just be death from the bot squad, as it's just all open. They can maybe take a couple of trees, but the third parties would come in. So they're just got to pray the circle is nice to them. And unfortunately, it hasn't been. KW do have to push themselves in a little bit, so they could try pushing in behind them maybe.
Yeah, it's going to get pretty nasty up here with KW and S&D having to make their way in. Has worked out nicely for Jack and Effects. They took the dead center position. That was always going to be pretty decent. So it's not a bad one to defend, really, for two people. But the bot squad, well, they can move up close on it. So bot squad are out of their compound. They've got this ridge they can choose to hold, which I think they're probably going to do. But if they're feeling a bit more aggressive, they could try and get across towards this compound that Jack and Effects are in and take that 4v2. Just depends on what their intel is like, if they've been paying enough attention to realize there may just be two players in there. Team 12 here. This is money team. I don't feel we see much from it. They haven't got any kills on the board, but they've got all 4 left, and they've got to move out of here in a little while.
Yeah, we see Effects and Jack went with that bike play. The compound in the middle there wasn't taken. S&D actually now getting involved on KW. They know they need to get these down. Palmer, AK going in with their AKs and barrels. Zico's up top now. We can see Rubik's has pushed a bit lower. Going to get his smoke out. AK's going to get that confirm as well. So it's a 2v4 situation, and they're getting aggressive on them.
Yeah, this is getting pretty spicy down here. I think that's just going to leave Zico and Rubik's left at the moment. There goes Palmer dropping Quincy, and this is just all kicking off down here. S&D Paperboy has been dropped, so it's going to leave AK, and there we go. Palmer and AK have managed to pick up the kills in the end. And, they're going to get the revive on Paperboy. They're not sure they're going to match it on Legends. It's going to be pretty close.
Legends shouldn't happen. The res cannot happen on Legends. That is definitely gone. They're going to have to let them go. But that was a push they needed to do, and somehow they made it work. It was the only option for them, so they got a bunch of kills there. Another positioning point as well. That's the plays you need to make, and I love to see it.
Yeah, great play from the guys there. They've got 3 kills now, extra placement point, as you say, and they only have to move a little bit into the zone. They could come under some nasty shots here from, there you go, the smoke's going out already. There's a little bit of a ridge here. They might be able to get cover. Look, Effects, he's getting the frags in. That frag, it's a little short, actually, but it's not a bad idea. It was pretty close. If that was one of the old frags, there we go. They're getting them down already here. This is Jack and Effects just putting the punishment on these guys. There's not much cover for them there, but I think that rock is in. But yeah, very aggressive from Jack and Effects here. 10 kills between the two of them. They lost Larry and Kearsarmer pretty early. There we go. That was Paperboy.
Nice nade.
Yeah, nice. And they've got AK flushed out. Paperboy is knocked. If you can get that molly on, that is going to be the end. It has gone absolutely bang on the money, if you believe it.
Yeah, S&D, they didn't have much of a choice. They had to make a play. Being able to get them kills and positioning was maybe all they could really do there. Palmer is still alive right now, and he's going to be able to maybe get another position point if he just stays there long enough, as long as Jeremy decides not to shoot him. I'm not sure what he's got right now. Jeremy's got a Bison and a K9, so he can take this extra point if he needs it. He's going to be able to make it to zone as well. I'm pretty sure no team is going to be looking this way, and there's a little couple of dips there still for him to just sort of lay in. We might see him get just sort of wait till these teams are dead and get himself a second place at least. You can see Titan Bones, though, the bot squad, just spreading themselves out, controlling this whole circle. They don't have much to worry about right now, to be honest.
Yeah, it feels like it's their game to lose, really, at the moment. I know Jack and Effects have been popping off, but 4 left for bot squad, and they've got a good amount of kills. They've got great zone control. They're just playing it safe at the moment, but once they've closed down these angles, I think they might choose to try and push and get rid of Jack and Effects here if they can. At the moment, it'd be a little bit risky because you might take side shots from Palmer or Jeremy with his Bison up on the hill. But I think Team 12 money team over here, they've got all 4 remaining. They managed to kind of sneak. Oh, sorry, they've got 3, actually. They lost 1 on Juicy on the way in. But they would sort of managed to sneak in, I think, while all the rest of that fight was going on.
Yeah, the bot squad did catch them in the end there, and they know their rotation. The shots are still going on right now. We can see Bones and Greggy trying to push on that left side a little bit. They haven't got much cover to work with themselves to take them shots. And they can't push up on top either because of Effects and Jack. We can see the shots from Effects going on to Palmer once again. But Effects and Jack will have to come out eventually, as long as they can stay alive long enough. There is that last circle push just outside the building. So they will have to jump out the windows, but they are very close to that circle.
Yeah, that's our last zone. So this is going to close down to nothing. And that is the point there. It's just next to that house, actually, where Effects and Jack are. That is where the circle is going to close down to. Certainly bot squad, Team 9 here. They've got the numbers, and they're going to move in. But I see Team 12, they're making a rotation. There goes Palmer. He's dropped to the zone. And then, Jeremy has been taken down by Effects. And this is where it's going to start to really heat up. It's see if Effects and Jack can hold out. But this might help them out. If this fight here goes on between Money Team and Bot Squad, it might help out Jack and Effects.
Yeah, definitely. We see the shots are going on right now. We can see Andy has actually been tagged a little bit. He's going to have to get a med. But he's been able to push himself up all the way. Effects and Jack are so close to that final zone. Even if they don't jump out for it, they can shoot them as they rotate themselves in. And Team 12 and 9 are just going to be fighting against each other the whole time. We see the smoke side coming out. Jad's taking the shots right now, being able to get one down with that M4. And we have to push himself a little bit closer as well because the other boys are just holding the ridge.
Yeah, they can move so late. They've done so nicely with that circle there. There goes Andy taking down 15 kills for bot squad. Greggy here is just trying to hold an angle on Jack and Effects. Like you say, they don't have to get out till so late. Effects has picked up a Bison now. I think maybe he just probably fired off all the ammo of whatever he had before. And he's now whipped out the Bison and trying to make do with that. We see we've got Titan here is up close with Jack and Effects, but he's going to get dropped by Jack. Jack down to half health, though. He's getting shot on the side. He is going to get dropped and flushed. He is gone, and that leaves just Effects versus Greggy over here. We've got Where's My DMR moving in close versus Fart Pipe here. Oh, Fart Pipe is gone. That is bot squad. That is Money Team gone, and that is going to leave 2v1. It's going to be Effects, DMR, Greggy and DMR versus Effects here.
Yeah, Greggy's pushed himself up very close to this building. Effects does have to come out. He's going to be able to lock it in. He's got himself a Grozo free armor. Here comes Effects with that push. That Bison's a little bit weak, though. Not going to be able to get that down. Tries to down himself to the blue. And bot squad coming in with that dub.
Yeah, nice stun there. He popped around the corner and got some nice hits with the Bison. Got stunned as well at the same time, and they were able to land the shots and take them out. But great first game there. A lot of action, a lot of big kills. Big kill games from a few of our teams. We have... Where's My DMR and Co? That was the bot squad grabbing the dub with, what did they have, 19 it said in the end, something like that. And then Effects and Jack in Team Bald coming in second with a bunch of kills. So those guys, team third place was the Money Team in third. RSA taking a very respectable fourth, thanks to Jeremy. And then S&D down in fifth.
I think the thing to look at this is that most of these teams actually have no kills apart from the top two. So this leaderboard is going to be extremely close and far at the same time.
It's going to be, it's going to be quite unbalanced. But, that's just one game. So we'll see what happens over the rest of them. But yeah, nice start to the day there. I definitely enjoyed watching that one.
It was a great game.
Yeah, I think, like I said at the beginning, it can be a bit wild, these qualifier games. They're all mixed the teams. But yeah, some good fights there. We managed to catch lots of action, and I definitely enjoyed RSA jogging into the zone from miles away. Hopefully they manage to find themselves a vehicle next time.
Yeah, definitely. That was a hell of a circle. Them circles like that, it's people get used to rotating into them. But if you're new to comp and you get a circle like that, because I'm pretty sure you don't even see them circles that normal in just a casual game ending in that bottom right corner. So learning how to get into them circles is definitely difficult, especially people don't think about going in Milta because it's like, oh, it's a town, I shouldn't push there. You end up pushing for the open or holding the coast, and it's like, oh, now the circle's moved away and we now have to run to our death.
Yeah, I think definitely a bit more prioritization of vehicles from RSA would be good next time. Right, I'm just going to bring up the BRB for a couple of minutes while I get the lobby set up, and then we'll be right back and we'll check out the leaderboard once that's updated, and we bring in you Game 2. They should be updated on my overlay. If we jump over here, this is going to be after one game. We've got the bot squad on 28 points. They're the ones who took the dub in that one. They just beat out Bald RXN, who are sitting in second place on 20. But 18 kills for bots, 14 for Bald. Then KW coming in third place on 7. So a big gap in points, but very close between everyone else, really. There's Bot and Bald up the top, and then KW, S&D, Sumex, Money Team 4. I mean, even Team RSA. There's only 3 points between Team RSA and third place at the moment, which is saying something.
Even the team that isn't there on the list is only 7 points away from being in third.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So, pretty solid start by those two teams.
Definitely a solid start. You managed to get a couple of kills here and there, and just getting that circle, it allowed them to get more and more as that circle pushed. I think that circle was very hard for teams or just didn't have it going, that circle right on the edge there. Obviously, some of these teams won't know the esports rules of that circle, pushing away from water, pushing away from the buildings as well eventually. So going to that edge seems like a smart play, thinking no team's going to be there and stuff, but then you just do get forced in to whichever team's set up and realize, like, right, these teams are going to have to rotate in this way.
Yeah, definitely wasn't an easy circle, I think, for a lot of the teams that are maybe not so well versed in the ways of ranked circles and
circle reading.
Circle reading, yeah. But yeah, it's good. I like to see those crazy shifts. It's gonna be
it's definitely fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen so many down in that southeast. I feel for me that seems to be the most common place these circles end up. It's just so many games that I've hosted and casted over the last 6 months have just been down in that bottom right hand corner. Always seems to be the way.
my spot would either be military on that left side of military base, or just above Gatka on that little hill there. Normally around there it ends. They're the
Yeah.
main three locations with your power circle as well. So they're my main ones. So we'll see. They've got quite an even plane here. Again, obviously that left side is out. People are gonna have to do a hell of a fly if they want to go Georgia Pole. We'll see if our teams change their drops at all. Anyone go early? Anyone go out really late? Maybe try and go on the island a bit more, like Effects and that did last time. So we'll have to see where they drop now.
Yeah, shifting a little bit off to the east as it goes down. We are down to 14 teams, sadly, in this game. We had one of our teams dropping out after game one because apparently they couldn't hack it. So we've got 14 teams remaining who fight out over the qualifiers today. Just a reminder of the format. We had one lobby playing yesterday. We had 15 teams taking part yesterday. And then over 4 games, we've got another 16 teams or 14 teams now playing today over 4 games. And then the leaderboards of both those 2 days will be combined, and the top 11 teams in terms of points will be going through to the finals, which are next Friday. There's already 5 teams through to the finals, and they qualified by their placement in the previous tournament. So there'll be 16 teams playing the finals next week. 11 of those are going to be from the qualifiers. So we're going to find out at the end of the day today who those teams are going to be.
Yeah, definitely. We see the middle of the map is a lot more stacked this time. We can see Puppy's actually made it into the game as well. So we can see some X sort of just flying around there. S&D also gone to school / apartments. Maybe we can have a little split there. Paperboy grabbing himself a car. We can see Woods and crew heading over to Watertown and Jetpack, I think they call it, over on that side there. So a bunch of teams in the middle there. We've also got the official tissue in that, which team is that again? Ba-ba-bum. I'm not too sure. I can't get it to come up.
Are these the guys just coming down past? Oh, yeah, there we go. We're going to the other side of the map this time. Your microphone's just occasionally doing like little pops, by the way. I don't know if you can like turn it off and on or something. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Team 12 is Money Team. They are coming over down here. They're not going to find themselves up here without vehicles like Team RSA did. They have managed to prioritize car. They got 3 of them already. In fact, Greedy. Where are RSA? Are they going to have big jog in? So they're down off the highway here. We've got RSA down here. We've got KMG down here. We've got Broken Arrows down here. And we've also got Flortastic 4 down here. So there are loads of teams down on the southern highway here. KMG have got a bit of a split going on to get themselves looted up. RSA have gone very compact on the little ferry area. And then, I mean, are they going to... I feel like they might find themselves vehicleless as well, going for that kind of approach. And then this is the Broken Arrows up here, just to the north. And then a little bit further down, we're going to see the Flortastic 4. I thought they'd gone for the barns, but they've actually gone all the way over here.
Just checking, is my mic still doing it right now? Is it still popping?
Sounds wonderful at the moment, so I think
okay.
Good.
Yeah, RSA down in that little ferry area. You know, a 4-man stack there you don't normally see. You got this spreader. You see KMG, that little area where the real Osama is, that we call shark fin, as it resembles a little shark fin area there. We normally see the team spread from shark fin all the way to farm as a 4-man, rather than this. They've done it around snake instead on that left side. But RSA are gonna have to get themselves out of there, find themselves a cheeky little car. But it's going to be very hard because they are sort of caught in this little area between KMG, Broken Arrow, and that as well. And we also have Liberal Tears and crew on the left side of them.
Yeah, there's just a ton of teams there, and they're going to struggle to find any kind of vehicle because when they move up to that road, there's going to be at least two other teams competing for vehicles. That's assuming that the other teams didn't already drop on those vehicles and drive them away, which is what I would have done. They are moving their way along, but hopefully they won't be jogging themselves in all the way to the play zone quite like they were today. So few teams already in the circle going pretty central. This is who's this? Tissue and Co from Team 10. That is Fourth Dimension Gaming making their way over to what are they called? Cube. Something called this Cube. Yeah, Cube. There we go. Trying to remember my my esports call outs. There's so many random different names everyone has for things, but
there's so many. So the little one above Watertown, that was the one we called Jetpack. And then, like you said, Cube, that is Team 10 who are there now. And then under them, you can also see that. I think we call that Blue Yellow down there. And then also in Ruins, there's like 5 different call outs in the Ruins there. You got the castle, you have the church, you have the L Wall, then the twins there as well. So there's a bunch of call outs some of these teams know, and being able to utilize them calls that helps a lot. With this circle, though, where are you going, Ben? Are you going north or are you staying south? Where do you think your circle's going to go?
I think it could go. I think it could go anywhere. There's a lot. Everything in there is kind of pretty playable. There's a bit of water. There's the mountain. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like when I see a circle like that, it tends to go north. I don't know if I'm really basing that on, you know, kind of game mechanics or really just my hunch from playing the game. But then, when I play the game, normally I'm not playing on esports settings.
You're not thinking as well, like, oh, where's this circle going to go most of the time? Are you just sort of playing it? So these circles could be very, very weird. We can see some smart teams, like Team 10. They're sort of in a location where if they need to cross, they can do it immediately. I won't be surprised if all these teams in this game sort of go for that strategy rather than dedicating themselves into that circle. We can see FOTT, though. They're sort of setting themselves up in this God compound just because they're guessing it's going to go this side. It is a bit of a 50-50. And that's what they're going to go for, it looks like.
Yeah, I guess the trick is making the hard part, it's going to go north or south of the river, and then that is going to be the tough move to make, is me getting across that river. So if you can get yourself in a position like Team 10 have done, where you can get across that river easily if you need to, or conversely, if it comes your way, you can stand there and you can either farm kills or you can move yourself further down into the zone. That's a good spot to be. If you commit high north or high south, then getting across that river is going to be much harder, although it tends to be a lot more difficult when there is a team in cube particularly, and they're now kind of moving away from that area, so that will help teams out if they do have to cross over there. It's going to be, this is Ero here putting some shots onto Team 5. This is KMG coming through near the middle of the map here, but I think they're going to get away with that one.
Yeah, they do have RSA there, though, and they've just crashed at the same time. So the caster curse gets them taken off that buggy, and now they're just going to get bullied by the rest of RSA.
Yeah, nice still. Watch out for that buggy coming down. They still seem to be shooting it. Watch out, Shane. That is going to blow up as well there, mate. And I think it's going to be well away in the end. Well, there we go. Nice early kills on the board for Team RSA, and they've got themselves, I guess they drove up here because they've managed to travel. No, this is a bit further south than I thought it was. So I think they did just jog up here, actually. I thought we were way up further north than that. So they are jogging in, but at least they're in the play zone now. And what we got, might have a little fight going on between. We got Puppy in the lobby finally. Puppy has decided to join us. I think he got DC'd last time, but they got a full contingent now for Team X. So we might see something from them this game.
Yeah, so some X here, we can see them actually doing the 2-2 split right now. So they've got a decision for either end. They can sort of help each other from these locations as well if they need to. So if they need to go over either way, they're going to be able to do that immediately. We can see Puppy's actually got 2 on them right now. It looks like KW a little bit confused where all these shots are coming from, thinking this area should be free a little bit. But they're so spread out, some X, with this 2-2 split. It makes it really well. We can see Team 8, RSA, still having this little bit of a tag fight right now. We can see Jeremy's got his VSS all the way down the bottom where they took out them boys before. And they're now going for the push as well, as we can see the shots are coming in.
Yeah, pretty quite bold from Puppy there, really. I felt like he was quite isolated when he was landing those shots, and I felt there was a pretty good chance that he was going to get run over while he was busy shooting at someone else. But RSA here, they've lost Tinnis. That is to Broken Arrows. Where's the rest of them? This is Jeremy. Jeremy, the survivor, as we know him. He's got a VSS ump this time. They are going to move their way a little bit further away. They don't want to be fighting out in the trees. They're going to get themselves down into these warehouses. So it's right down on the edge of the zone, but keep themselves alive for a little bit longer, and every kill is a point. So they've got 2 on the board already, and not to be sniffed at, especially considering quite how close it is down the bottom at the moment.
Yeah, Jeremy really needs to get back. He doesn't even have a helmet right now. It looks like they are low on loot due to that little location they held there at the start, looting that ferry pier area. So they're just going to get themselves in that build and sort of lock it down. Team 4 on the hill just going to sort of sit there and wait. We can see all our teams sort of now rotating. It looks like most of our teams are banking on it going south.
Yeah, everyone pretty much down on the south apart from FOTT. Like you said, X have got that split. You can even see Money Team have gone for the Everest play. They are right up on the hill at the moment. Or at least 2 of them are. I'm not sure where the other 2 have split off to. No, they're down the bottom, so they are making their way up. They are coming up here. I don't think they're running a split. I think they were just running a touch late. But they're going to move up. They got a few shots coming in from 4th Dimension Gaming down in crates. But there's our circle. It's going to go south, so there we go. It's not going to work out too well for FOTT, but people in Watertown. I mean, Watertown's not a good place to really try and hold. It's so massive, but they are dead center and they can try and find something wrong there. And SND looking pretty happy as well, just south of Ruins there.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the circle shift to be this hard. You normally see it either a lot more north, sort of over shooting range or that, or over Everest a lot more with the Gatka Fields in play as well. So there's not going to be too many places here for teams to go because it's going to leave Pachinki and Roshok eventually. So we'll see where this circle finally shifts to. Our teams are going to try and rotate as quick as they can into this circle. There's a lot of real estate still left in here, but you do have to find it. We see KW, though, about to drive straight into Team 9. He's going to have to watch out for that. He's jumped off his bike already.
Yeah, and he's not even looking the right way. He is firing off towards Team 12, and he's got all of Team 9 swarming him at the moment. The cavalry is arriving. It's not going to be in time to save Kingy. He's gone. Zico's just turned up in a buggy, but they were too late, and they're going to have to give that one up, really. I don't think there's much chance of them fighting back there. Well defended by the bot squad. We know they're not shy of taking shots. They got a ton of kills last game, and that is, I guess, kill 1 on the board for them. Yeah, 1 kill.
Effects and that are now actually pushing up to the bot squad. They want to get them out of the game. They know they came second last game and now top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, they're coming. So there's Jack getting a nice knock on Yad straight away.
Yeah, Jax with his SLR right now, absolutely spamming it. A hell of a trigger finger, that man. And they just want it. FX is pushing himself in hard. He just wants these kills. He spots Greggy, goes for the shots, manages to get him down with that AK. Going to push himself around the right side as well. Where's my DMR just sort of hiding in this building now? Is that the last one?
He's the last guy. Yads has gone and flushed, so it's just DMR, and they're going to catch him. He gets a shot on X, but it's FX, and it's not enough, and that is bot squad taken out. And that is great aggressive play from BullDirexN. Like you said, they saw bot squad was so strong last game. They got big points. They got a lot of kills. And they've got their revenge now. They've come in, they've wiped them right at the start, and they've got themselves 4 kills for it as well. So very nice play. We saw Bald, I mean, they still had a really good points game last game, despite the fact they lost 2 players very early. Not sure what Rubik's is hoping to achieve here. I'd keep driving away as fast as possible if I were you. There's a lot of angry men up on that hill. And there we go. He's getting out of there.
Yeah, Floortastic sort of driving around trying to find themselves a location. This is where you see different plays sometimes. You see teams pull up, just try and get themselves straight into a compound. You can do the scout thing where you pull up on an area where you don't want to stay, but you can actually go over there. We could see a hell of a snipe there, I'm pretty sure, coming from compound to compound. That is FOT fighting a money team over there in the ruins area. It's getting a couple of snipes in the downs. The reds should come in there, but we can still see Floortastic looking for an area to go right now.
Yeah, they look a little bit lost, trying to find some semblance of safety. It looks like KMG, I think what remains of them, they've down to just 2 of them. Looks like they lost one in the to D-Series, maybe disconnected after getting killed. But they've got 2 left. They're taking these yellows here, but they've got all 4 of S&D very close by. Looks like S&D are pretty happy to hold out here. I'm not sure if they're going to try and push in and close that out. I don't know if they realize there's just 4 there. They may decide to push up there, but pushing through the open like that, you'd have to commit a lot of smokes, and, you know, they might not necessarily want to commit that much utility to move in and take a compound that, you know, may well not even be in the zone next time round.
Yeah, we know S&D. They know the game a lot. They're a type of team what would be watching their kill feed, and the circle has sort of lined up more with these Gatka fields now where this circle normally goes. That area, them twins right there, is sort of an area they want to get into. As soon as they get down here, they might realize it's KMG and be like, okay, we know they only have 2 remaining here, so we can take these shots and then push in. But right now, we can just see Big AK just going to keep scouting it out with his SLR. He's on just the edge of the hill here. But most of our teams are still in. We've got Team 4 there. That is Broken Arrows just sort of out of the circle. RSA as well, got to work their way in. And also Chicken Dinner, quite far away. Got to push themselves in the back of Rozhok. And without a car, they're sort of going to walk into some X eventually.
Yeah, there's a bit of a trek for these guys over past Roz. And like you say, they are going to bump into... this is what you call jetpack, where X is? Is this what you said was jetpack?
Yeah, they call that jetpack.
That is awesome. Yeah, I like it. Jetpack. I get it.
I guess it looks like some sort of jetpack. I'm not sure that's what the PC people call it.
Yeah, it's a jetpack, you know.
They are going for a rotation, though, some X. They're leaving the area. They're going for a wide rotation. You know, most of the real estate in this circle is taken, so it's going to be very hard for them to find somewhere. So I'll be surprised to see where they actually are aiming to go for right now.
Yeah, a few shots coming in from Liam here from Ice Cold Killers. They've been holding this Watertown location. They dropped here and just been holding out. So they're going to be absolutely stacked with loot. It's a big area to try and hold if the circle does push back that way, but they will have a whole ton of loot. Let's go and see what's going on down here. This is Floortastic 4. They did find some safety, and they're having a scrap over the way here with Fourth Dimension. So little compound to compound scrap going on between Liberal, Amazing Delta Beard, and Jack from the Floortastic 4.
Yeah, we can see Broken Arrows are now spreading their way into that compound as well. Looks like they're going to take the top of this little hill here, or did they just crash into a tree, maybe? I think whoever their driver was just crashed into a tree for a second, so they're going to keep driving. I'd like to see them stop there, but it looks like they're going to bomb into S&D instead.
Yeah, they're crashing in there. So let's see what happens as Eero and Pals, they all turn up full clown car style, all 4 in one car. They've already lost Eero, but they got away with the pretty dangerous arrival, but they've lost 2 now. That is Legends getting 2 of those. Paperboy's wrapping around for a nice little flank here. Let's see what Paperboy can do. They're not ready for this. They're really on the back foot. There goes B. It's just Rocket left, actually. He's moving forward on Legends, as Legends has just taken down all 4 of Broken Arrows, and they are definitely broken now.
Dear. They tried to coast their car down, and unfortunately, because they hit that tree, they started up again. So Legends heard that, pushed himself round, and they were just sort of coming down very, very slowly, and it just allowed him to play himself around there. But Legends going huge, 4 kills. So I wanted to see them boys stop in the hills above a bit more, but they just wanted to go down to that compound. That's where you see the difference between just pushing in somewhere, not ready to fight other than scouting. But we can see Team 8 there, very close to Sumex as well, just on that side. Team 13 were gifted that area. Chicken Dinner could just walk in because Sumex did leave, but we can see that they are trying to lock RSA in right now. Will Puppy and that be able to do it?
Yeah, RSA and X having a fight, but they have found themselves a long way from the next zone, actually. They are way out here. Jerry's been knocked, and X are pushing in close. It's just going to be Shane and Awesome left here. Bambi, Puppy, and Rebel pushing in close. They are taking the fight to them here. And this is going to be over shortly. Shane is up against Bambi here. Nice knock on Shane from Bambi. Just 1 remaining, and that is Team RSA taken down. But they get some kills on the board this time. Bit more of an aggressive game for them rather than more of a sort of running focused game they had last time round.
But like you said, that circle is so far away right now, and S&D just have the sight lines to be able to take most of this fight on. The Team 7 is pushing up right above them. That is Ice Cold Killers with his K9. Is he going to be able to get the sights on right now? He can spot Rebel Reese going for that heal. Goes for the snipe. Unfortunately, misses the headshot. Hits the body, gets 50 damage. Going to give their position away. Going to go for the shot on Bambi as well, but misses that as well. Trying to get these K9 shots, and he's just not connecting again.
A whisker away on Rebel there, but he gets caught, and he didn't see that Spree was just chilling here. Super, super close to him. Spree just pops up, says thank you very much, shoots him while he's ADSing with his K9 and picks up a free kill. We've got another scrap going on down the bottom here, by the way. This is Floortastic 4. They've had a fight up here with Team 10, and there's just 1 left. It's Sleazy McLove versus Jack. Amazing, and the rest of them, he's going to get Jack down. Can he get behind that tree? And safety he can, so they've got to close this out. They've got 2 left still, 2v1. Jack has got to get in cover. What are you doing? Oh, but they might just be able to get their revive. It's a nice tag in the end from Amazing. They are going to have time to get Jack back up. I think he was trying to crawl out the way of Liberal. He felt like he was maybe obstructing Liberal taking cover, but he nearly crawled out and got himself thirsted out, but he's back on his feet now. The circle's coming, but quite slow, so he should have time to get himself medded and get themselves up to the zone, although the zone that they have waiting for them is just a big open field, so might not work out too well from now, but they've got some kills. Though they do have a bike, so 2 of them can get to safety at least.
It was a smart push by Floortastic 4. They knew they had to push into this field or come this way eventually, so going for that fight with a little bit of cover rather than just fighting them in an open field was much smarter. 3 of them coming out of that fight, so some kills for them boys. We could see the circle has moved in more, and we can see that actually some X have pushed themselves in, got themselves this little area with them cars, managed to drive themselves pretty center to the circle. So they did well to get in all the way from there. We can also see Team 13, that is Chicken Dinner, working their way in slowly, managing to just hold the side right now. So they're not in too much of a trouble. Effects in that still just holding that little, ice cream compound. And on Everest as well as Jack, just to scout everywhere for them, let everyone know where everyone is.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, just good eyes there. Just clock Jack up on Everest. Keep an eye. Oh, Amazing is cruising towards Team X here. I'm not sure where you're going to have anywhere to go, really. Kind of feels like it's all centering up for an epic fight over where KMG are here to me. We've got those guys have been holding that for a while. We've got Team X, full team, have assembled on one side of the hill. S&D slightly round to the corner. And then we've got Effects' gang up on the cliff. Oh, and there goes, Effects got a knock on one of the guys in the compound here, actually. That's Effects from up top. So that leaves just Drippy down here. I wonder if anyone realizes there's just 2 here. I think if anyone's paying enough attention, they will see that. Liberal's been dropped as well here. I think that was from Team X. Here's Bambi trying to find some angles, but again, a little bit tagged herself as she does it.
Yeah, we could see Floortastic 4 just sort of stuck in the open, trying to get themselves out of the area, and they just can't really get out of this field right now.
And that circle has actually thrown itself right back towards Team Bald here, so that is going to work out very nicely indeed. For Effects and Co. It felt like they got aggressive at the start, got those kills, and then maybe decided to just play it a little bit more sensibly for the next couple of phases, get themselves into that late game. They're going to feel confident after taking down, a dangerous team like Bot Squad. They've done well here, by the way, to get Liberal back up, and that's SND Legends. So Legends is, they've got an angle up here. That's interesting. That's going to be nasty for X, because they were holding that ridge quite nicely with no lines of sight behind, but now S&D have come behind and they're getting lit up, and that is Puffy down, and there's shots coming in on Rebel here. He's trying to push up towards where KMG are, but that is all starting to fall apart a little bit for X. I think Rebel might be... Oh no, Spree is still going as well, so there are 2 of them left, and they're pushing in close on KMG. Hamid is down. And there is just one left here for them to take, and then they can try and control this. It is Drippy who's trying to come in the back here, actually. He's going to catch Spree, laying prone med in. He is going to get lit up, but that's a great save. Great save by Reese in the end there, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to save Spree. Oh, amazing. No, he's just cruising past. So good play from Rebel there. Good save.
S&D are pushing their way up onto this hill right now, but they do have Team 15 on their side, so there might just be enough time for some X to get this res off, get back in these buildings. We can see Big AK is pushing himself a bit closer, though. I think he saw the plays. He's getting himself to this tree, but they need to get rid of Team 15 on the left side right now, and they are doing that at the same time. So Big AK is just going to keep scouting this side. We can see Team 13, Team 7, and Team 12 all fighting next to Ruins right now as well.
Yeah, there we go. This is, like I said, getting pretty spicy here, and Team 11 of now X are holding up in that compound. AK is close on it, but yeah, they've managed to get themselves back inside the building. This is Team 12. We got down here the money team. They got 1 kill on the board. Looking to add to that total there, put some shots into Chicken Dinner CD. That's Bonnie. Oh, there goes Bonnie. That is another kill there. Moving up, and Wazor here. I think Wazor is going to be the only one left. 2 kills on the board for them. They're getting pretty busy as all these teams get pushed out of Ruins and into this killing field. Oh, AK has been taken down, I think fragged out, but Palmer and Paperboy moved in close here on Team X. So let's see where that frag going to go. No, he's in the back room there, so Rebel's going to be okay. They are split 1 in each building, so if these guys push in together, they've got the numbers here. They might choose to try and get AK back up. They look pretty... Oh, careful with that, Legends. Yeah, off the wall. And they're taking shots in the back here. It's Zora's turned up, and that is the last thing they need.
Yeah, Wazor coming up from behind, trying to get that third party. He's going to be able to run away, though, rather than take these shots. S&D Palmer is left 1 shot. Rebel Reese is in the top of the building right now, and he's just sort of going to hold up here, get this first on Big AK, and just chill here for a little bit with this team not being able to push in.
Bit of a scrap going on further up north. FOTT have moved up from Ruins, so they've bumped into Money Team here, and both teams really have just torn each other apart. Cero is just, he's prone with a grenade at the moment, and Contra, I don't think, has actually seen him. They're getting some smokes down there. Is he? He's just, yeah, he is just laying here prone. He doesn't have any frags. If only he had a frag. These guys seem completely unaware that he's there. I think, they don't really seem clued up. And he gets a nice knock there. There's 2 more players there, though. So he needs to get shooting if he wants to drop them down. No, they're going to see him. And that is going to be FOT taken down. FOTT, I should say. So these guys are going to get that guy... going to get Better back on his feet. So they're going to have 3 left. We can see Effects and Co. still hanging in this squad with old man of the mountain, Jack, just standing up here and keeping eyes out. But he's having to get down. Is he going to... I think he's just going to have to run down. I don't think he brought a car, so... Going to be a little bit of a jog down the hill for Jack, but they've still got all 4 left, I think. We got, Kissed Armor and Larry in the compound. Effects pushing down onto the airdrop here, and Jack just heading down from the mountain. Oh, I got to reconnect my Discord. Hello, Nacho. We seem to have lost Nacho for 1 moment, so don't worry about that. We'll keep myself talking. FX has got himself an AWM. Nice to see from... Yep. Nice to see him picking up the Orm. Not something that everyone takes in comp, but I would definitely expect our man FX to take it. So we're down to the last 4 teams. Hello!
Okay,
I lost you for a minute, but we got you back.
Happened. You did. 80-12, like you were saying. In a bit of a fight with Effects right now. Effects is pushing him with his AK, managed to get the trade there. 2 of them down on the side. Last guy is 1 shot. Larry is doing a nice little flank all the way around to the left side of this blue right now. 7 kills to them right now. We can see he's going to see him right here. He's going to go for the shots with this barrel red dot. Gets him very weak.
Jack is looking everywhere. There you go, mate. Finally, he couldn't see him, and the guy was behind the bush, so he was getting the flushes. Just could not see where that guy was, but they do get him down at the end of that. It's more kills on the board for Bald RXN. They're up to 8. Looking good for those guys. Top 3 now. So 3 pretty stacked teams left, really. We got all 4 members of Bald left. We've got SND, who have got 3 left, and then we've got Team 16, which is KW, right over on the far side. But they're all kind of on the edge of the circle. The next one is probably going to decide it, because some of these teams are going to get pushed out into the open. I mean, there's a few ridges to play, but it could get quite messy, I think, in a minute.
Yeah, S&D look like they're going to have to push effects eventually, but actually they are both in the zone. So
Yeah,
Team 16 actually are in a very good position to be able to take these fights on as these two teams go for a fight later on, because they're going to push each other. They're finally going to have a little fight. We see Jack is getting a little bit confident there. He has to be careful. The whole team is in front of him. There's that arm shot by effects coming in, taking him down.
Sorry, just doing a little bit of clicking around in Discord admin. They are charging in. Jack's going. He's using a bit of mobile cover. Look at that, right up on Legends. Absolute balls of steel from the boys. They just charged in and took SND out like it was nothing. Great play from these guys. They're going to be definitely a force to be reckoned with in the tournament. I think it's pretty likely at this stage we're going to see them playing in the finals next Friday, given their performance in game 1 or 2. We've got 3 left from KW. They've gone for a big spread around the circle to try and maybe control the zone, but they're going to need to do more than that, really, and I think they're going to get caught out. Effects, he's just run off on his own. He doesn't mind too much. He's trying to find an angle on Rubik's here. He's got his AK and his AWM to do it with. Rubik's has just no idea he's hit, and he's going to get absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, he has no clue at all. FX making the perfect play. Jack spreading out in his car as well. Just getting this circle, gifting it to themselves. Zico is laying down in that bush, and he actually has been spotted by that Orm. The shot's going to come in. He does miss it. Leaves him with 47 HP. Just needs one tag with that Orm, though. Takes him down with that headshot. Absolute banger. Jack was coming in just in case, and that leaves one boy last alive.
Yep, not looking too good for Goober here, trying to line up the AWM shot, not even bothering to med. They're in a 4v1, and they've got 12 kills on the board, and I don't blame them. Jack's driving around. I don't know if he's going to run him over. I know he did run him over in the end.
Run him over.
As they all were trying to take him down. Nice work by Jack there, and good work by Bald. They came second last game, and they are able to take the chicken dinner this time around. Congratulations to Larry, Effects, Jack, and Keir Starmer there. They got a whole bunch of kills as well, 15 or so, 12 or 13, I think they managed that time. So big points again for the boys. Second place was KW, third for S&D, fourth. These guys were, I can't remember the name of their team, and Blunt and Co, Bonnie and Co down in fifth, and then Rebel Reese. So that's Team X in sixth, FOTT in seventh, and Ice Cold Killers in eighth place.
GG.
Yeah, GG's everybody. Another spicy game. Action-packed, a bit all over the place, but, that's what we like to see in these qualifiers. It's going to be interesting. I think there might be some overconfidence from some of these teams when we go into the finals next week, because it's been a pretty even split, I think, of sweaty teams and not so sweaty teams in the qualifiers. And then once we go into the finals next week, I think it's going to be a lot of much higher, you're not going to be able to get away with quite so much, I think.
Well, even though there's a couple teams dominating right now, it doesn't, you still need to get yourself in them top positions. So you're still fighting for a place to get in these finals, even if you're not coming first or second,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're taking 11 teams from the 2 days through to the finals. We've already got 5 teams qualified. So there is, there's a chance for plenty of people to qualify. You don't need to be in that top 2 to get yourself in. So, plenty of wiggle room there. Right, we're going to go BRB for a couple of minutes while I make the lobby. I'm not going to show the lobby password on stream this time. And then we'll come back and we'll check out the leaderboard. So just give us a minute, and then we'll catch up on all the action. Right, let's have a look at the leaderboard after 2 games. 2 games to play, 2 games done. And we can see that Bald RXN, to nobody's surprise, are in first place on 44 points. 29 points for the bot squad in second place, 19 kills. S&D on 22 points. They've managed to catch up with the pack a little bit there with that performance. KW in fourth with 15 points. Then Some X on 14. Money Team on 14. And then a bit of a drop down to CD and Fantastic Force. So pretty close between, third down to sixth, really. And then the top 2 are sort of, I guess Bot didn't really gain any points on that game, but Bald RXN certainly did.
I'm looking at the overall leaderboard right now, and it's still in there for every single team. Even if you're only on 1 point right now, one good game will pull you all the way up to be in the top 11, top 10, just being able to get there. So You just need to have one good game to get into these top placements still.
This is our first Miramar game of the day. I should say we've got a nice plane going up through the middle. Nothing too crazy. Sticking with the theme of the day of fairly run of the mill planes. Keeping it simple.
Yeah, definitely a normal plane. These teams can sort of go wherever the hell they want. Some teams you like to see jump very early on Miramar sometimes, just so they can loot up and rotate wherever. The circles are really big for this phase 1, and you get a little bit longer than a wrangle, I'm pretty sure, to rotate on that first circle. So we'll see where our teams go. Nobody's actually dropped from the plane yet. Here we go.
Yeah,
now they're dropping from
really late to get out. Late. I mean, yesterday in our first Miramar game, they were literally straight out. There was a team down in Los Higos, and we had guys in, I mean, Valdemar, you often see people over there. But yeah, pretty late from everyone. So I think we may see a little bit of congestion from the teams as they fight over spots. We've got a few heading out towards Monty, although it looks like I think Contra and Co might drop short and take a bit of a split there. But X and S&D, they're both heading out towards Monty at the moment, and surprising number of teams up in the north, actually, for me.
Yeah, the late drops sometimes work out if the circle comes up there, but if the circle's far away and you've gone for a late drop, it doesn't give you the best time to loot and then rotate into that circle. And there's a bunch. They're all sort of going together as well. The Boom there and Woods and that all sort of look like they're going for the Cobra. And it's kind of a weird drop. I don't normally see too many teams trying to contest for this, but we have 3 teams up here right now.
Yeah, it's three different teams going for Cabrera. There's the circle. It's kind of a little bit off to the west, but otherwise smack bang in the middle. So actually, I mean, almost every team is nearly in it. That is one of those ones that's just
a nice circle.
Yeah, just smack bang under the plane. So I'd say that's very even for a lot of our teams. I wonder if anyone's going to try and shoot anyone out of the air. Monster Drift's got himself an AK, but I think they've just managed to get away with it. If he sees KMG here, look, he's got some shots. Go on, take it. Oh, I didn't quite fancy it. You got an AK, mate. He's got no helmet. That's a one shot. What are they? Oh, I think Saloom is. Oh, he's AFK and he's got disconnected. Oh, they're trying to save him, but there's going to be no saving him. He is just, he is gone. I guess he's DC'd on drop, and that is unlucky for KMG, losing a man early to connection issues there, taken down, and that's going to be a kill on the board for Monster Drift, for Ice Cold Killers.
Yeah, very unfortunate getting a DC early on. Some of these older consoles on Miramar still, it can struggle just a little bit. But we can see we've got S&D with some X down in the compound bottom left there, right next to Team 12 as well. Looks like they've sort of given a side to each other. They're not really going to contest each other. We might see them just leave at different ends rather than have a fight. That's normally what you see in these bigger compounds. Rather than having a fight, they just sort of give each other a side, pretend it's its own place, and then they just leave from each side.
Yeah, a little bit of competitive, respect or sportsmanship. But I mean, also you don't want to lose your players right at the beginning. We saw some yesterday. We had, I remember, Team Stammy ended up dropping, and Marcel, I think it was from Pizza and Paella, dropped 3 of them in the first 2 minutes. They all dropped next to each other. He found an AK, killed 3 of their team in the first 2 minutes. So that is not what you'd like to happen, would be my expert opinion. But it does look like S&D and Team X down here are just, as you say, giving each other a bit of space. They're going to be aware that the other team's here, but they are showing a little bit of space here. Hopefully they've got enough vehicles to get out of here. That's when we may see a little bit of contact. There is one on the edge of town, but it doesn't look like anyone really dropped on vehicles. I think they all dropped to try and get a gun in case there was an early fight. So we will keep an eye on that as it develops. Quite a lot of teams over on the east-hand side of the map as well here.
Yeah, they're all sort of holding the edge. They don't have to work their way in too fast. We've still got 30 seconds before phase 1 starts coming in. What seems kind of quick, but then we have like another 4-5 minute timer for the blue to work all the way in. These teams have a long time to rotate still. They can still get themselves a little bit of loot. I'd like to see where they like to go here. There's still a lot of playable area in this circle. It's very hard to guess where this circle is going to shift to. It could keep going center around this little Dorito area, we like to call it, between Picardo and Team 12. Around there, could center around that little bit.
Okay,
there we
Dorito, nice. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's it. You see the Dorito?
I see the Dorito. Yeah,
there you go.
I see the Dorito.
Some people call it just a triangle, but we like to call it Dorito. Yeah. Some people say there's a myth that the first crate of the game, the circle normally pops that way. So we'll see if that's true with this Power Grid crate.
Down on Grid, yeah, my home away from home. No one over at Grid. There is Effects and Co have gone to Picardo. I feel like half the time on these games I've hosted, we just see no one go to Picardo. But they've gone to take that. Yeah, power grid open. I feel like some of the, I think that we need the first zone really before it's really worth start guessing what's going to be a good compound. Certainly if it closes over to the west, you often see teams trying to hold. Oh, looks like actually a few shots going off from S&D here. We'll just jump in with this for a minute. We've got Paperboy. They've actually pushed up. They're taking the fight to them, and they're going to drop Spree here. Yep, he's going to go. He's just going to get into cover. He's going to get into cover, so definitely savable. But S&D, they're feeling very aggressive here. Look, they're getting in. They are getting stuck in. Puppy is up front. Got to watch out for him. We've got AK. He's just going to peek around this edge here. Let's get ourselves a Puppy. He's going to land some great shots on Paperboy. Is dropped to half health, but gets Paperboy out of the show, and that makes it a 3v3. As this early fight between X and S&D goes off. Here's AK in close. AK's gone. Paperboy's gone inside, so he's going to try and get Paperboy back up. Spree is back on his feet. Things have balanced out a little bit, but these guys, they aren't giving this up. Puppy with the grenade, but unless he gets that right in front of the doorway, no, it's not going to be effective. I think he was banking on them being on the corner, but they are all back on their feet, and we're back to square one. Oh, Tinnis getting dropped to this. RSE having a fight going on at the same time, and looks like a bit of a massacre. That's up in the top right. And
I think they just drove straight between them right there. They sort of just waited for them, and their team did rotate a little bit earlier on, so they did follow them up. But this S&D fight, taking a little bit of time. We can see Palmer and Legends pushing around the top area right now, trying to get the shots on his Spree. This little high ground by S&D should work out, but Puppy's going to have to push now. He goes in with the Scar Shot, takes one down. There's one more there. Managed to get himself away with 22 health. Going to back himself up, get his team to help support him.
Yeah, AK down this time. So first knock there. Paperboy is the one to get knocked previously. So they do have time, but he's thinking about going for the revive. But Bambi and Reese and Puppy are there. They're close. This is going to be a big ass for Paperboy. All three of them. And he doesn't get any down. Bambi takes a big hit, but Paperboy's gone. That's AK and Paperboy down. So it is now a 4v2. And Palmer and Legends, I think at this stage, they need to realize what's going on. Get themselves out of there. Give up on that one. Get themselves into the circle and focus on the latter stages of the game here. Every point matters. You want to focus on getting your points, especially a position like S&D are in, sitting what they sort of second, third in the leaderboard. That kind of position where you just need to make sure you get enough points for the finals. You don't do anything stupid and go out at this stage with 0 points. It's going to do you absolutely no favors whatsoever.
Yeah, we can see Fourth Dimension setting themselves up on La Bonita right now, looking to get them kills onto Chicken Dinner. He's just sort of watching them right now. His K9 is official tissue. He's got a 3 times on that. He's watching them rotate out. They keep stopping and starting. He's just waiting for them to stand still. The perfect opportunity. If they stand still too long, he's going to go for that headshot shot. He's just waiting. Here he goes. And he just keeps missing it by a millisecond. There he goes. And he misses the heady.
I can't believe it. And that's what happens when you decide to just stand out in the open exchanging loot at the bottom of a massively overlooked crater. So very, very lucky, I think, for the Chicken Dinner team there to not get headied. But unlucky from Tissue. They were looking nice to get set up there and keep an eye on them. There's a lot of teams close up. Well, some of them spread out a little bit. I see RSA have rotated right round to the north here. They've still got 2 remaining. They lost 2 early. KMG have moved down. And still no one's gone really central. We've got FOTT having a bit of a scrap here with Team 12. This is the money team. Just waiting for that building to load in. Don't worry about that.
Issue has got super aggressive, by the way. He's actually pushed down into the dip himself with his Vector.
Okay. Well, let's go and see this action. I want to see what Tissue's got. He whiffed the K9 shot. There he is. They have actually bailed out. So this Chicken Dinner team, they've moved out onto the outskirts here, which is a good idea. You don't want to get caught right in the middle. But yeah, quite a pretty aggressive action going on.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. He just sort of sprinted down there, and he's actually not going to have any clue they've left. And if they look down that hole, they might actually catch him off guard instead now and just replace positions.
Yeah, he's trying to find them. Has no clue where he does have his teammates up on the edge. So if there's decent comms from his team, they would have seen them. Surely UMAD, UMAD is putting shots to them. So as long as they got some decent comms going on, he'll be aware of where they are. There are just 3 of Team 10 here, 4th Division. Just 3 of those guys versus 4, but Team 13, the Chicken Dinner boys, did back out there in a hurry after they got tagged. So, and they're going to have to move because it's quite a long way to that zone. It has gone right over here to the northwest. Pretty hard shift. And we're going to see, I think, KMG and S&D are the teams that are looking like they're in good positions. But keep in mind, there are only 2 of S&D left. And I think this compound underneath, we're going to see a lot of teams try and take. That's where KMG look like they're heading. Notoriously a very strong compound. And these warehouses maybe as well, although a little bit harder to defend, I'd say, with the U building and the barn here.
Yeah, we see FOT just trading shots right now with Money team down in that compound, trying to get themselves a little bit closer. We might see it down there eventually. Looks like it might be a little bit of a stalemate. They are getting in their car ready to rotate, and it is a little bit one shot. They do have to push themselves in. The thing with this circle here, you see that big mountain in the middle? It's actually counted as playable area, and the circle can end up around that mountain.
That's so savage. So savage. Yeah, could kind of go anywhere. I have seen a lot of games going up this kind of way. KW here look like they're heading up towards the plane crash up the top here, taking the high ground and going to get away with that. They were pretty close here to broken arrows, but not able to connect any shots really of significance in the end. Trying to land a shot with the bolty from Eero there is admirable, but doesn't manage to land it. So still plenty of teams left. I see Effects and Co, Bald, RXN, they've made their way up to just sort of southwest of Power Grid. Not a super central position, but it is in the zone, and they can see where the next one pops and make their way. And they're going to be packed full of confidence after the last 2 games, so I don't think they'll be too concerned about their positioning right now.
Yeah, we've got Delta Beard and crew. They're about to drive in exactly where Money Team is set up. They've got to be careful. If Money Team are ready for this, they should be able to shoot them out of the cars, but they are a little bit distracted right now. They hear them in time. They do have a little bit of a straggler behind, so they all turn around. We can see right now the shots are going to come in as they drive on that road. It doesn't look like any major tags are coming in. Liberal Tears, though, last little car to come down here. It doesn't look like they're all looking for this car, and he's going to be able to get in this dip and just drive along. It was a little bit wide for them then.
Yeah, they got a little bit lucky there. I think the warning shots in the first 2 cars, and then Liberal knew to get into that dip. Amazing. He's actually turned around to try and find some shots here, but they've got themselves in. That is Flortastic 4 have made their way up. We've still got this fight going on the northeast. This is actually Broken Arrows. They were putting shots on these guys as they drove in on So this is the bot squad, actually, that have turned around. So they've turned around and put some shots back onto Broken Arrows here, and they got a knock there and a finish on Rocket Cargo from pretty long way out. That's nice shooting from the guys there. And Bones here has got Eero locked in on this tiny little rock, and he is not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's sort of just stuck there. The bot squad spreading themselves out. Team 4 going to have a little bit of a struggle to come in. The blue is now coming as well. I'll be surprised to see if he manages to make it out of here. Maybe if he manages to get a wild sniper headshot, he'll be able to get them down. While this is going on, we can see a couple of teams have made mistakes. Team 10, Team 13 still walking in the blue right now. We're going to have to go very fast still, especially when this zone shifts again.
Yeah, hate to see it. Pulling a RSA, a Jeremy there. Does get the knock on Eero, and then nice shooting from Bones. He had the smoke down, wasn't enough. And great tags on B. He's already down to half health. They're going to try and spray him out with a barrel from quite a range there. There's our circle, by the way. It's gone slightly down to the southeast. Looks like B is maybe going to get away with that for now. I'm not sure.
I'm surprised he got away with that. He did sort of drive down towards them, then turned it around.
Yeah, and he
managed to get away.
Big hit early as well. They landed... The first shot landed straight away, but then they weren't really able to connect too much more. As you say, yeah, Team 10. Team 10, that's 4th dimension. They are just strolling in from quite deep in the blue. Team 13, Chicken Dinner, they're not in the circle, but they're pretty close now, so that's going to be okay. And it's actually quite quiet on the side of the zone that they're coming in. Looks like Bald have gone for Power Grid for now. KMG still holding that compound. They've just dashed out and got their airdrop. Amazing and Co. This is Flortastic 4. They're still sitting in this compound. They are. Looks like they're going to move out. Yep, they're going to move out from there. It's not in the zone. They're going to have to find something better than that. Yeah, a few little fights kicking off. Oh, there goes Shane has been caught. This is up at the top here. Let's get with Monster Drift. That is going to be just Jeremy left from Team RSA. And we saw 2 of them dropped very early. And now he is fighting with Ice Cold Killers, trying to find Nangle. He's got Monster Drift right up close. But I think Ice Cold have got all 4 remaining. So he is badly outnumbered here. And they are pretty much surrounding him. But they don't seem to know quite where he is at the moment.
He has got himself a vector, though. You know, them up-close fights will work out. He's going to spot Monster Drift down there and push himself around a little bit more. I'm not too sure what Jeremy's rotation ideas are here, getting himself on this cliff. If I was him, I'd just sort of be sitting there waiting for someone to come close, especially if I've got a Vecchi and a Winchester. So he's going to be trying to back himself down right now, but I feel he should have played in the blue zone a little bit more, a little bit closer, tried to get it down to help him get down from it right now. But the third party is going to come in by KW, and he's going to have to try and at least get another kill here. And we can see Team 10 finally starting to go down to the blue.
Yeah, they've not worked out well for those guys trying to jog in from so far out. We saw them down by Bendita quite early on in the game, but they are going to drop, and Jeremy surely is about to bump into them. There are these shots coming in, like you say, from the side from KW there, but I think Jeremy is about to find himself shot in the butt. No, they've actually backed off through those shots there, so somehow Jeremy is still alive. He is so close to these guys. I wonder if Monster Drift might see him here, though, if once he peeks over this ridge. Oh, he's just got out of line of sight again. Just got out of line of sight.
He's not watching that way. Like, he knew there was 4 people there still. I'm very confused. Like, he's now going to rotate down in front of them as well. This might be a bit of a mistake. And
there we go. There we go. They're going to get him out the air. Oh, nearly, but he is dropped. Liam gets the drop. I'm
surprised it took him that long to die. Like, he just sort of forgot they were there. I guess he just didn't realize that there was a full team there.
There we go. This is our next circle closing down. KW putting in all sorts of shots into the guys up on the mountain here. They took way too long really dealing with Jeremy there. And now we can see Ice Cold Killers running down from the blue. There are maybe a few little dips. There's some smokes coming out. Might be a little bit too late. There's a few little dips from to work with.
FOTT actually getting third partied and in a proper fight as well right now. Puppy's going to be able to run down, but the third party on top of the hill is disturbing this fight. They're going to want to get that res. They've got just enough dips, so Team 15 might be able to help out Sumex just a little bit here as FOT are getting bombarded from the top of that hill.
Yeah, Rebel got knocked there, but they've gotten back up, so they do still have all 4. We saw that early fight going on with X and SND. They didn't manage to lose anyone. They did have a knock or two, but they managed. It was Spree, I think, who got knocked at the start. They got their vehicles collected up nicely there on that dip. Good to see. But yeah, FOTT, this is Carly here and Goers. They're taking shots from Money Team right up on the top here. They've still got 4 remaining, 2 kills on the board for them. Nice display. They try and put some shots into the back of FOTT. Like you say, FOTT pretty nastily pincered, but then also shots coming in on Money Team from Team 15, from Jackseat Driver, from Liberal, and co who are holding this compound here. I can see some kills coming off in the feed from Bald as well, who have finally started getting some action.
Yeah, there's a lot happening right now, and we can see that some X are actually getting pincered in themselves by KMG, trying to drive themselves into the compound. No downs have been made right now, but FOT are going to be on their back if they are stopping it. We see Spree stop to take shots. Bambi's been one shot by that org. It looks like they've been able to get themselves a cheeky little crate down there. They are going to be able to survive this, but are they expecting the push from behind?
Yeah, there's just so many teams at so many different angles right now. A very dangerous situation to be in. It's a nice dip, in fairness, for X to hold at the moment. It's not very central, but it's covered from a lot of angles, but they've got to be so on the ball with all these teams that surround them on, frankly, every single direction going. But they do still have 4 remaining, so they got some good chances. Nice hit from Effects there, by the way. This is on Team 13 down at St. Martin. He knocked him from way out here. This is on Footy Boy. Nice long range kill. 3 kills on the board. On the board. 3 kills on the board for Team Bald RXN.
Yeah, they got a nice split there as well. I'm surprised at how far they're able to hit them shots from the top of that building. I've never really wanted to stand on there myself. As soon as you start taking shots from there, normally the other teams would start shooting you, but I guess they have no clue where them shots are coming from right now, and they're just being allowed to abuse this spot on top of this little building up Power Grid.
I just saw so many tracer rounds popping off on the north here. We've got 4 different teams here. We've got Bot Squad scrapping. We've got KW scrapping. We've got Ice Cold Killer scrapping. 3 kills on the board for KW here. And there goes another one. They got Drift. So there is still someone left. Ice Cold World is the only one left. And there he goes. Finished off by Bot Squad. So it's just going to leave KW and Bot Squad scrapping up here. 5 kills on the board for Bots. So they're having a much better game than last game. Although it couldn't have got much worse. They had a pretty tragic start, but they had a very good first game, and looks like they're coming in for a strong second as well. They got all 4 remaining. Nice kills on the board so far. 11 teams remaining at the moment. KW have wrapped around this way a little bit and have given them a little bit of breathing room for Bot Squad. But SND still alive. Still got Palmer and Legends. They lost too early, but still going.
Yeah, right now we can see the Bot Squad are leading in kills currently, and then we can see second with kills is FX's team and then Sumex, but they're in a little bit of a fight now. Going down there at the bottom left side of the map. FOTT have tried to go for the push there finally, so that fight is going to happen.
Yeah, and FOTT, and then FOTT have been wiped. Circle's pushed hard north there actually, but that was nice work from X there. They got 5 kills up. That is one of I think they must have got one of FOT and maybe the FOTT and maybe one of the others got third partied probably by KMG down at the bottom there. But that's it's a pretty big shift for a lot of our teams. We've got a lot of teams down on the south edge of the circle there. We've got UMAD, the homie. We've got, and his team, well, I say in his team, it's just him left. That was the guys who were jogging in from the play zone. He is running
to a crate, though.
He is running to a crate, yeah. So he's going to get...
There you go, saving glory. What is in there? He's got himself a cheeky Orm if he wants it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there you go. We'll get your AWM. Certainly the armor's going to be useful. Is he going to he had a bow action anyway, so he's going to take the Orm replace his M24. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, Bald is still in the circle. They're kind of on the edge, but there's not really many. I mean, look at these barns. Everyone's heading down here. This is what... Okay, KMG have made their way over to the shanty town. KW at the back in the God compound. S&D in the other one. Wow, this is getting pretty busy down here. And Bot Squad are going to try and make their way down, but that is going to be dangerous for them to get off that cliff, especially because there's going to be shots coming in from Bald up on the hill as well there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a dip just before you get into that mini power, which I won't be surprised if they just sort of lay down and hold in there as long as they can. As long as KW or S&D don't push out, which I don't think they'll do, especially with this many teams. We could see Liberal Tears is now rotating behind. He thinks this is the safe spot, but he's rotating into every single team.
Yeah, oh yeah, he is crashing around there. And I mean, everywhere is busy at the moment. There's still 29 alive. He's going to get himself up here. He's going to go and hide in that shack, but he is so near so many players. And I don't think he's going to last very long. He's still alive. Oh, Bambi's just been taken down by Jack from the Baldies. I don't know how Liberal's still alive. I don't think he's going to be alive for long. Looks like Hamid's about to pop a grenade in there. Liberal's going to throw one in return. But now everyone... There he goes, Liberal. Nice frag from Hamid takes him down. And that leaves KW and KMG are starting to open up. But now that has left the window open for Team Bot Squad to move in. Although they have been slightly held up by S&D here, I think. That has maybe stopped that push slightly. And there's also shots coming in still from that roof that... Oh, there goes Effects, got taken down in the back. Like you said, shots do come in on you. You stand up somewhere high like that, you will get caught out eventually. And Effects is knocked, but Keir Starmer is there to save the day.
I'm surprised how many teams are near them warehouses right now, and the mollies and that are coming in. S&D want to try and capitalize on that a little, but they're stuck in that little god building right now. We can see Titan Bones pushing up with his grenade. He's going to try and throw it up there, I believe. Legends is going to move at the same time. Palmer's going to peek, though, so he is going to go down.
Yeah, gets the frag in nicely, but does get caught as he's trying to throw it, and he is gone. That is one of the Bot Squad gone. I think they've still got 3 left. Yeah, Jads is back the top there. Then Greggy and Diamar up close. Oh, nice frag. They just fell a touch short. Frags coming in from S&D now. And as you say, very busy down here, but the circle has shifted away from all of these teams. And it's going to send them back up towards Power Grid, where it looks like it's starting to kick off now between Money Team and Bald RXN. And our mate from 4th Dimension Gaming is still hanging in there as well.
Yeah, it looks like he's pushing himself a lot closer. Maybe he's going to try and steal a couple of kills here. He's got his M4, but we can see Jack does go down to Blunt there. He's going to push. He's actually going to spot him here. Are you mad? He's actually just going to lay down. He's not going to go for the fight here, but the push is going to be made on Effects and that. Going to have to try and get Jack up as quick as possible. We see Team 12 are spreading out as the teams in the bottom left all have to move across that road.
Yeah, this is it's quite interesting couple of fights going on here. These two teams really fighting for dominance here. Team 12 Money Team putting on a great display. You know, I think given the past 2 games, you maybe would have thought that Bald would just wipe the floor with anyone they came across, but they're getting nice and aggressive, and the revive's been pulled off on Jack there, but look, they are right in the thick of it. Effects has been got, he killed by his own frag. Effects killed by his own frag. I'm not. So I think he must have got knocked and dropped it, surely, because he's straight out. So he must have got knocked, presumably by another frag, and then finished off himself. But he is gone, and so it's now down to Jack, Keir Starmer, and I think, is Larry still going? I think Larry
is still going. He is up there with his barrel right now. He's sort of just holding the top of these stairs, but there's so many fights going on. Hard to see where they're at. The shots are actually coming from right now. Larry is going to hold the top. We can see Jack is just sitting at the back, getting his bandages off with his other teammate. They're just going to hold these angles now and wait for a push.
Yeah, this is pretty spicy in the compound here. There goes Larry, caught the great frag from Andy. That is going to leave Keir and Jack to try and deal with this situation. It's a 3v2 now. The push has got to come. He's seen the angle on Contra. It's a great knock, but brilliant return there. Brilliant return from Andy. He got that frag knock, and now he's got down Jack. And now it is going to be all on Larry to try and deal with this. They got the stun in. He's going to go for Keir, but he gets knocked. He's going to crawl himself back, and this is absolutely devastating for both these teams. He's going to get Jack straight back up. He is going for the revive on Jack. It's a great play because... Where's the rest of Team 12? Look, he's on the roof. Tim was not close enough.
Solo's now pushing in as well. He's got his free armor. He's got himself close to that building. Jack is up, like you said. Tim has got to make a play. And they're also getting locked in by Rebel Reese at the side there. The flash is going to go in. Is he going to go for the push or the res? Yeah, it looks like he's actually going to go for this res instead. Yeah,
it looks like they're going to try and get their team back on their feet. Yeah, he's going to get Andy up, maybe? I think he's going to get away with it. He's got away with it. I can't believe that. Where's Larry's upstairs? So they're not going to get Larry back up. They've got him pegged down. There's Jack doing some quick peek in there. He's going to get caught by both, though, surely. Yeah, he is gone. He's re-knocked Andy, but Jack is now gone and wiped. And here's Kier pushing up. Is he going to catch Tim? No, he's not. And that is Bulldarks then gone in 5th place. Tim from Money Team, they're going to get back up. They're going to have 2 and 6 kills to go into that end game. And let's see what on earth everybody else is doing right now.
Yeah, while that fight went on, we lost a bunch of teams. We only have 4 left. We have a 3v3, v2 situation. We can see Sumex got a massive spread on this left side of the circle right now, trying to stop the bot squad getting across this road right now. We can see Puppy and Spree.
Yeah, they've got a nice position going on here. If they can get one of these knocks as well, maybe on Greggy, but Puppy's going to get caught, and Spree needs to try and take one of them down. They got DMR down at the back, but Greggy actually managed to get himself onto this crate, and there's potential for the revive there. It's going to be particularly with X, I think, being focused on maybe trying to get Puppy back up. So some pretty fragmented teams here. Definitely a bit of a shake-up to what we've seen in the first 2 games. This is Chicken Dinner down here have had a good display. Team 12, Money Team had a good display. So yeah, very different top finishing teams to the first 2 games today.
Yeah, Miramar's a lot more, there's a lot more dips in that. You don't have to read the circle as well. You can sort of get yourself round and normally have cover wherever you are. But we can see Greggy's about to push up. Is he going to catch him in this res? He sees Spree right there, goes for the shots. Unfortunately, gets taken down. There we go. Some more kills for Sumex. They're on 13 kills right now. Massive game for them.
Yeah, huge game for them. Great to see. And they've still got 3 up here. They're going to get Puppy back up. And 3 remaining with some nice positioning as well. I mean, it's pretty open in front of them, but there's plenty of dips on this kind of terrain on Miramar, so do get a lot of options to work with, provided you've got maybe a smoke or 2 to help you out. CD here, this is Chicken Dinner, Bonnie, Zor, and Greeny. They're on no kills, actually, 0 kills, but they got 3 alive, so decent. Certainly the aggression coming from X. And then Tim and Andy, are they getting pushed out? Well, they can stay just on this edge here, just for a moment, but they're going to be getting pushed out pretty soon. I'm not sure they really know where everyone is. I think they've had enough fighting, and Tim's just going to have a little lay down to recuperate for a minute, I think.
Yeah, it could actually really disturb Chicken Dinner here. They do have more of the circle. If they're not watching up there, though, they might get caught out. And it doesn't look like they're looking that way right now. And we can see Tim is in a perfect position if he peeks up to kill these boys. And there, the shots are actually coming in by that silent slur. A couple of tags there. And this is going to give Sumex a little bit to work with. They're going to hear this fight and guess this is the last 2 teams.
Yeah, he's got 4 frags as well. If they'd have been a bit more alert, if his teammate maybe had called out those comms or those 2 bunched up on that rock, we could have seen the frags coming down a bit earlier from Tim. But he is now raining them and putting some damage into Greeny and Bonnie, and does get Bonnie eventually. And the follow-up is probably going to do the business here. No, doesn't. Does get the flush, but somehow Greeny's still alive and is going to back off. And this is just working out brilliantly for X. They're absolutely on fire this game. They've got 3 remaining. They've got a bunch of kills, and they're now able to move around and take advantage. They've got 3 up, just 2 remaining. Make that 1 as Greeny goes down for the other teams. Although he's round behind, so they need to be careful here. Puppy might get caught.
Yeah, the shots come in. Puppy does go down. The first is going to come in as well, making that rotation behind. That is their first kill of the game. Spree and Reese, though, just on the other side. They might try and play this. The mollies are going to come out. They're going to see him. They might realize this is the last guy. Do some fights early on. He's been tagged just a little bit there. Go for the brow. There's fire there as well. He's been flashed. You can't see. There should be a guaranteed kill. He's going to get the reload off in time, though. Reese just running towards him. Gets that kill, and it leaves us with our last 2 teams.
Yeah, an action-packed 2v1 there. Puppy a little bit slow to react and does get dropped and flushed out, but Rebel and Spree able to deal with it. We got a nice little 2v2 to finish up. This is Money Team versus Sumex. 8 kills for Money Team, so great point score for them. There's going to be a real shake-up of the leaderboard after this one. Some great action. We've seen Rebel's got himself an MK. We saw loads of crates were dropping around this center area over the last...
both freed out. Both members have completely freed out, so that's going to help them massively.
They are.
I'm pretty sure the nades have been used as well, right? You no longer has them?
Yeah, I think we've seen that there's a lot of utility came down from Tim and Andy. Yeah, no frags or mollies for Team 12. But we might see some for... they just got a little bit of extra loot, I guess. Here's Rebel with his MK. He's got a few smokes, but no frags. But he's moving around to a nice side position here. He's going to catch him right in the open. This is going to be big automatic shots with the MK. And he's got to finish off Andy here.
And he is going for that heal right now. That Scar is pushing around the right side. Reese really wants this kill. He's going to go for it right now. Unfortunately, he can't connect. The tag's coming in from his teammate on the other boy, though. They go Spree, taking down Tim. One more player to get, and Spree manages to get him with that SKS.
Nice save there from Spree. Rebel, he pushed so wide trying to get that connection on Andy. I thought he was maybe going to throw it away. Exposed himself so much, but Spree was there to take it. And 16 kills and the chicken dinner for Team X. Great to see another new winner today. 7 kills for Spree, 2 for Bambi, 5 for Puppy, and 2 for Rebel Reese. Second place was Money. Was it Chicken Dinner or Money Team? It was Money Team in second place. Third place was Chicken Dinner, I think. Yeah, because it was Zor. Then we had Bot Squad in fourth. We had Bald RXN in fifth. And then S&D down in seventh. You Mad, Homie and Co in sixth. And KW in eighth in the last points position. GG's everybody. Nice little game. It's great to see it really just mixed up.
Different games.
Yeah, totally different to the previous 2 games. Totally different.
People normally seem to get ahead on Erangel a little bit more, but when it comes to the Miramar, there's a lot more to it, a lot more places teams can work themselves up to. You get into a compound, it's like, right, we can actually push this compound properly rather than just running in an open field.
Yeah, very different style of playing. You do often find there's, teams that are strong on one map versus the other. Teams that will do well on Miramar, not so well on Erangel, and certainly seen that in this game now. Yeah, nice. So I can't wait. It's the most excited I've been about seeing the leaderboard for any of our qualifiers because it's really gonna just totally change it. Nice. Right, we'll just go on BRB for 2 minutes. I will make the lobby and then we'll come back on and we'll get ready for the last game of the day. 4 games to play. We've got 1 more in Miramar to go. So I'll go get that ready and we'll be right back in just a moment. So Bald RXN on 52 points, Sumex on 40 points now, equal with Bot Squad. Bot Squad had an okay game. They didn't finish right at the top there, but they got a few kills. But they're on equal points now, 40 and 40. Then a little bit of a drop down to Money Team on 28. They've come from nowhere in that last game to throw themselves up there. SND have dropped a little bit to 25. And KW on 20. So, it's been pretty real. A lot more teams that can kind of up in the mixer today, I feel. Well, let's jump back to our action because we are go for match number 4 of the second qualifier day on Miramar. Another plane right through the middle. Nice and simple. And we're going to see who's going to come out on top. Going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, nice balance plane again. You can sort of go wherever you want. Maybe not all the way to El Pozo. We're going to get some earlier drops against once again. But, a Miramar plane like this, you don't really have to contest anyone. Maybe someone wants to go for... Maybe one of these lower teams have seen that they need some points. And we'll see Flortastic try and find S&D. Or try and work out where they are to try and get themselves them points and get themselves into that top 11 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they need to do something. They're right on the cusp there. And as we saw, if you can have a good game, you can get yourself, 15, 20 points, even for, you don't have to be the sweatiest of sweats to do that. And even if you're able to get yourself, 4 or 5 kills and decent placement, that might be enough to just creep you into that top 11 if, the teams down at that bottom end don't have a brilliant game. So definitely everything to play for still from all these teams. And hopefully we'll see another game like the last one. It looks like we've got RSA decided to head down to Picardo and join Bald RXN down there. They've decided to contest that. They've got fed up of... there goes Shane already. Got fed up of running into the zone from miles away. They decided to drop smack bang in the middle. Again, clustered on a very small area. They keep doing this when they drop. They're all in the little casino there. And Shane's already dead.
Yeah, they'd rather get shot by FX now than run across the map in the blue, it seems like. But they're going to be in that casino. They'll try and lock it down. A team like FX and Jack and Larry, they've got that down there. FX knows he's there. He knows they're all in that casino as well. So they might end up just pushing that while he just disturbs them and waits for his team to loot, and they'll all just push over to it together eventually. Yeah,
I get a feeling that's exactly what we're going to see happen. I mean, these guys are already definitely through to the finals, and I think this could be a few kills on the board for them. It's certainly going to be a test for RSA to see if they can deal with this. I can see Jack's got himself reasonably well looted. He's got a scar and he's got armor and he looks pretty ready to go. I'm not a massive fan of the scar iron sights. I feel like the gun takes up about 90% of your screen, but I'm sure Jack doesn't make it work. Doesn't look great to use, does it? But
it doesn't look great, but he's confident with it. Like, he's already pushing up by himself already. He knows this team's got to be looting. That tag came in. They went for that res. They haven't moved from this casino. He's going to actually go for a nade here. He's going to chuck it up top, and it could actually tag.
Yeah, he's gone. I thought he was going to go on the roof, but it's actually gone up into the little office there. But they are closing in. They're going to go and start pushing these guys and dealing with it. And there's going to be such limited loot for RSA here. There's 4 of them in there sharing loot, whereas RXN,
Such a nice play by Jack, though, getting on that roof.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, Tinus was just not ready for that at all. He's going to have an angle on Shane here, where he's kind of backed into the corner. Effects moving around the back here. I don't know where Shane's going to try and get that molly. Oh, that was one coming in the bottom. Here we go. That is Effects has come in the back here and got Jeremy.
Oh, don't do it, Effects. Oh, he turns on the boy as well. Just one more left with an M16. He's just walking in that burst M16. Shane's just going to be there. Absolutely disgraceful walking in here like that.
Yeah, they just cleared it out. It was a nice angle to take on the ledge here, but they were ready for it. And yeah, poor old Shane hiding behind the table here, and he's going to get bundled by, I think Effects is going to run in and take this one, and he does. And that is 4 early kills for Bald RXN, and they don't lose any players to that either. And this is our circle, by the way, right down to the southeast. Almost looks completely bare of players right now, so going to be a few rotations on the cards.
It'll be nice to see where these teams rotate in. We've actually got a few occupied places by two teams down in that Chumakera, or however you say it, Team 13, Team 6. Just sort of chilling down there together right now. Team 13 don't have much land to work with, so FOTT might push themselves in to try and take on Chicken Dinner. They are looking that way. JKS looks like he's trying to get a bit aggressive down there.
Yeah, JKS is actually Carly. That's she.
Carly. My bad.
That's Carly. Yeah, I mean JKS. It doesn't give much away, does it? But yeah, that's Carly. They are moving in there, and this is nice to see. I think that they need to do this. They're right down the bottom of the leaderboard. They've not had a great day. They've got good players there, but they need to try and make this happen, and they need to get some kills on the board and need to have good games. So get in there, get aggressive, make it work. But at the moment, it's working for Chicken Dinner's favor because they've just absolutely surrounded and massacred Timber. But if they can move in quick, maybe they can get someone down. Greeny here is a little bit out in the open. He is low, but Footy Boy is right on them. I don't know if they've seen Footy Boy. He's got his back, so no, this is a good opportunity. Kylie takes him down nicely, and Thirsted as well, so it's a 3v3. They got a point on the board each, but not an ideal situation from FOTT. It looked like they had a nice wraparound, and then it sort of fell apart somewhat. But nice knock there.
See another one going down now. We've got the other boy Bonnie on top of the building right now. Going to be able to get it down as well. Just sort of trading here. A bit of an ugly fight that they didn't really want. We can see they're going to push in the Greenie in this last building eventually because Bonnie's just going to get that burst out. We can see the push has been made up to Bonnie. Bonnie is taken out. And there we go. FOTT being able to get them kills. But they did lose 2 members doing that push. Was it really worth it? They do have 4 kills.
Yeah.
But they did lose 2 of their guys.
Yeah, it's a tough one. They need a big game. I mean, 4 points early is nice. If they can maybe, if they can be the turtlest of turtles and get themselves to, placement points, top 4, top 5, maybe steal a couple of other kills on the way. But I think it's a big ask from so far down at the board. But, I guess.
So it's top 11, right?
Yeah.
Top 11.
Top 11.
So KW are in this game and so are S&Ds. And the KW are 12th with 20 points right now. And S&D have 25. So they're the 2 teams we have to watch out for. If KW manage to pull ahead of them a little bit, S&D do only need to get another 3-4 points to get ahead of Team Big to make sure they get to like 10th and push Team Big out. But KW need to have a good game as well.
Yeah, KW right on the cusp, and they're making their way down, as our S&D, as our bot squad, everyone heading down to find some place. Looks like Zico's kind of just headed up into Minas, which I think is where bot squad have just evacuated from, so that's probably going to be quite looted. S&D over on the east-hand side here, they're coming down through some nice quiet zone, not going to have any worries there. And yeah, I think, like you say, it's really KW and S&D are the two to watch in terms of qualification, unless something absolutely outrageous happens from FOTT, quite frankly.
Well, Money Team also have to worry a little bit as well. They are on 28 points. S&D, KW have a big game. They could actually put them right on the edge there as well. So there's a bunch of teams who actually have a lot to play for still.
Yeah, and a lot of those teams seem to be currently driving down from the north. We might see Team X here come past KW, and it looks like they're maybe going to take a little bit of a wayward route. But yeah, people certainly starting to get a bit clustered in this northern edge. No one's really down. Oh, who's Team 9? This is the bot squad are down in the fields out near sort of Impala. Oh, they've taken that compound. Yeah, okay. It's a nice one to hold.
But you also have Floortastic still looting in the top left, by the way.
Yeah, they're way up there, aren't they? We've seen a lot of really late blue plays this game, certainly more than you might expect to see. They decided to go for the the late approach. But there's going to be a lot of teams on that side of the zone because that's where everybody has come down from. Oh, here we go. Got some shots coming in on Ero's team from Money as they come past. Doesn't look like they're going to land too much. They got away with that one. Just happily cruising through to St. Martin there.
All in one vehicle. It's a little scary. Whenever I play competitive, if we have one team in a vehicle, we are getting out of that vehicle as soon as possible. It only takes that driver to get shot out and you are all dead. So they're going to be actually driving back down. I'm kind of confused by this push, but they have actually gone away. Team Money team are just rotating themselves out. So it is a smart rotation pushing back in.
Yeah, I managed to get away with quite a bold drive down there, but it does seem to have paid off for now through this fairly busy area of the circle. The south looking so quiet now. We've got FOTT down here. There is a drop, not a million miles from them, but I don't think they've seen that. And I don't think as a 2, they'll probably be feeling like pushing any airdrops right now. But if they realize quite how quiet it is there for them, maybe they would have considered that. And let's see where this goes. I mean, if this was PGIS, the circle would be going straight to Los Leones because that's where all the PGIS circles have gone on Miramar. So let's see if we're going to follow in them. We're not. We're going to go up to the northeast, which is actually where quite a few of the teams are clustered there already.
Yeah, this is a predictable circle. It normally sort of comes this way on console a lot more than Lost. The Lost circle tends to be a lot souther, but with this end circle here, we've got phase 2. So we've still got the esports settings to kick in, and it's a very esports circle already. So I'll be surprised to see if this circle pops either to Team 9. It likes to end in that field sort of there between Team 9 and 16, or where to S&D Parma and that are. But where S&D are right now, this isn't like my favorite compound to be in. There's that dip above it. You get absolutely destroyed from if a team take that. I like to see the team take the ridge rather than the compound below.
Yeah, they've found themselves pretty north, and they've also got Team X just to their north as well. So two strong teams pretty close by up there. Definitely something S&D are going to have to watch out for. And there's a lot of shots coming in on Money team here as they take this compound, but they have got in there. I don't think any of their vehicles are going to survive. That sounded like a few tires going as they arrived, but they have managed to get in there. We've also got Team 9. This is Bot Squad. We're holding the compound in the middle of the field here. This God compound is going to work out nicely for them for now. It's a little bit to the south. KW just coming in on the edge of Bendita. They're going to take this U building here. And then I can see we got Bald RXN, already 4 kills to their name, making their way down. They're going to hold just on the edge here. Yeah, pretty much of an edge play. I can see our friends from the blue, Flortastic 4, are finally making their way down as well. A little bit late, but they're on their way.
They are on their way. They've made it. They're not all dead in the blue, at least, and they've got a little bit of a chance. We could see our man. He's a solo, right? Undead. You mad, the homie? He is a one man.
Yes, I think 10. He is all on his own now.
S&D have done the thing I wanted them to do, by the way. They've pushed up to the ridge rather than holding the actual compound, which I feel is a lot smarter. So they can stop some X pushing down into this compound on top of this hill and shooting them in while they're just sitting there like ducks.
Yeah, they got a nice little fight going on here with some X. So this is a good position. It's going to hold them on the edge of the zone. It's, a little while till the next zone moves, but nice aggressive play for them. I think both these teams, like S&D, no, probably not quite so comfortable. X definitely can be a bit more relaxed, but S&D, they don't want to take anything granted right now. So as you say, they're holding a good position here. They're doing it sensibly. They had a great game last game. The first 2 were sort of okay for them. Third game, very, very... second game was their strong game, S&D. It was X who had the big third game, of course. But if S&D can have another consistent finish next game, this game rather, then I think they'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye on their points, the same as KW, because them two are competing right now for that 11th spot. KW have no kills as well, so bit of a stalemate. That's good for S&D. We can see KMG driving straight through the center. Going to take this little dip, maybe below Team 6. Actually, they're just going to drive straight up into it.
Yeah, let me get the camera over there. Sorry, we've got our Play-Doh buildings, but we'll go with it anyway. KW moving in. He's got a great knock on Saloom, actually, there. Does take him down with the suppressed Scar. Bit of a crazy crash, but it seems to be kind of working for them. Saloom's been dropped, and the rest of KMG have decided to get out of there, but they are all really badly damaged here. Osama here is already low on health. Drippy's on red health because he's been knocked, and I think it's just going to be down to... Oh, Hamid is knocking around somewhere. Not sure where. This old Hamid will move the camera to. He's absolutely miles away, so don't know if he just got abandoned when everyone drove off. No, he's got his own vehicle. He just didn't decide to join the party, apparently.
He's probably still trying to get a little bit more loot, maybe. Some players like to have the loot, but we could see the real Osama has actually made himself to a very, very nice location in that circle. S&D taken down. One of a money team there, though, on their rotation in a little bit. Caught him in that compound. That res should come in, though, so S&D might not get that kill. We can see some X making a perfect rotation around that right side. None of that has been occupied right now. Obviously, they don't know that. They're going to think that there's a team in every single compound, but they've got a nice, safe travel in.
Yeah, there's a lot of shots coming out from these teams at the moment holding these central compounds, but most of them I think are going to get away with it. They're going to get the revive on Blunt. Okay, I don't think there's going to be an issue, but yeah, getting pretty busy. The circle's kind of gone up to the northeast here. Most teams up. I think Bald are going to have to make a little bit of a push to get up into the zone here, but most of the teams already holding the strong compounds. S&D still looking pretty happy here. X have been pushed out, but they've actually rotated round now to this little dip over to the east side, which is certainly the quieter side of the map. Oh, we've got another knock going on. That was Contra from the money team getting knocked down here as Blunt first time, but he's going to get be able to pay him back with a revive going the other way now.
Yeah, that is going to happen. They're trying to rotate themselves into a parlor right now. We see Jack Seat Driver going across the open. Going to be able to make it there pretty safely. Our circle's gone rather nice, though. Most of our teams are in. KMG Hamd is out of that zone right now, but he's going to be able to drive straight to his teammate if he wants to. He is driving straight into the bowl, though, which is kind of confusing me a little.
Yeah, there's a few strange plays going on from KMG this game. Poor old Hamid, who got left all on his own, is now going to find himself with lots of friends, although might be friends trying to shoot him. He's got Eero. He's driving right up on here. If Eero's going to take some shots, Eero's going to be careful. He's right in the open, but he does have rocket cargo. He's got a nice flank on behind Hamid here, and he needs to land some shots and help his mate out with the single fire M16 2X. Oh, you got to land some shots like that. Does eventually get him. Whiffed a lot of shots, though, but does get Hamid down. He's going to go because he's already on fire, and that's going to be the end of him. I think there's just one left in the game for KMG right now.
Yeah, he is in the center compound. He's in a very, very nice position, so he doesn't have too much to worry about. Team 6 are pushing themselves above him, FOTT, so they are in a good position to take that fight on if they need to, but I'm pretty sure he is just going to sort of hide there and wait, and we've got a little while left before our teams do have to move again. There shouldn't be any fights till then.
Yeah, and a bit of a grudge match going on here between the bot squad and Bald RXN. They're scrapping just kind of on the very southern edge of our circle here. We got Yads. No kills on the board yet for bots. They came down and held this compound pretty early. Just been looking after this one. Bald have got a few kills on the board from that very early confrontation they had with RSC. There goes Rocket Cargo. So that was that's up in Bendita. That one. Oh, that is a big shift there. Look at that. Way up to the north. That is lovely for S&D. That is going to work out an absolute treat for them.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a hard shift like that far all the way up to their compound. But we could definitely see this fight between KW and Team 4 on top of the hill right now. So they're going to be trying to bully them. But they do have to push themselves in themselves. And they've got Money Team on the side just shooting them as well. So they've got to try and get past them.
Yep, they've got a little bit of movement here to go, and yeah, KW put in the paint onto Eero as well. Look at Boom and Eero up here, stuck on the side of the crater. Not really much for these guys to play with. I'm surprised they're even still alive, to be honest. Eero's taken... Oh, he's on such low health. Yeah, get a smoke down, guys. I think that's probably a good idea. Maybe a little bit too late there from Beam, but I like the idea. You know, good effort.
He's got 5 seconds before Blue starts moving as well. I don't even know if he's going to be able to get this res off like he thinks he's going to be able to. Just sort of sitting there, and there we go. There's the Blue. He is still going to go for it. Oh,
it's
nade.
Yeah,
his teammate.
Okay.
Is that what happened?
GG's. Unlucky.
I think he chucked a nade. See a push around that right side, though. Look at them. They're going hard. FOTT, where my DMR.
Oh, yeah. This is
having a little bit of a fight on this drive in. They're going to drive straight up to some X as well.
Yeah, this is looking pretty feisty over here. We've got all sorts of teams. Look at this, a right old convoy. Where's my DMR leading the pack? But FOT just behind them. FOTT. Just 2 left for FOTT. They need to have some kind of epic game if they want to get themselves up to that top 11. And this doesn't look like the way to go about it. Upside down in a Mirado that is about to explode in the middle of a field. This might be the end for Goers and Sirox. They had an okay start getting those early kills, but they're getting lit up now. Escobar's got 1 down. Bambi might be about to drop. Goers, he's found a dip. Okay, he's going to keep himself alive for now. for now.
For now, he is just alive in that little dip. He's going to be able to get that med off just in time. We see the bot squad drove all the way around and are on top. I'm not too sure if Spree and that have realized that. It looks like Spree is pushing himself that way a little bit more. But I'm pretty sure FOTT are going to distract a bit. We can see Floortastic 4 just driving straight through the center of the map and trying to find somewhere. But I don't think there's anywhere for them to go right now.
Yeah, it is really, really busy in the circle right now. S&D just dominating really this central position. We can see, as you say, Floortastic 4 trying to find somewhere to go. And there isn't really. Everywhere they go, there's going to be another team dominated. It's really X and it's S&D who are just holding these two strong locations and keeping people at bay. S&D having to run quite spread out over this compound to fend off all sorts of people. We've got Reese here, look, right up close to... He's right next to you, Paperboy. He's right there. There we go. Oh, he is lagging all over the place, but he does manage to catch him. A little bit of maybe a slight lapse in eyesight there from Paperboy, but gets the kill in the end. I think Reese, I don't know if he disconnected maybe or was just having a big lag spike, but has got him out of the card.
If he was all the way at S&D, that's very disconnected from his team, because we can see they're having a little fight right now with the bot squad, getting a little bit of help from FOTT as well. So the bot squad a little bit pinched here. They nearly had a perfect rotation in, but they just couldn't get away with it as they lose 2 of their members.
Yeah, not an ideal situation there. I'm not sure what was going on, but it's got very, very busy over on that eastern edge of the circle. We'll get when I zoom out the map, it looks absolutely crazy, the amount of players in the circle. So here we go. This is Bot Squad, who have made this huge rotation, as you say, to get around to the north. They've just got Yads and DMR left, just 1 kill on them, and they're very close to X, who are also scampering in through the side here. We can see they're going to be pushing towards S&D, still looking very happy in the circle there. It's everyone else who's going to have to move up. We've still got BullDirectXn going. They're going to have to come in through the south. We've still got KW just off to the west, who might have a little bit of an easier route in, because there's just not quite so many different teams putting in shots from over there.
There we go. We see Jack taking down Big AK on that side. AK might not be in a place to be... Actually, looks like he is in an okay position right now. That res should come in as long as EX do not spot them on that side. We can see the rotations on our left side by them 2 teams pushing themselves in. KW needs some extra kills here, so they might have to jump out their car and take this fight to try and get them. They're taking the shots right now. The drive-bys are trying to happen. Team 12, Money Team, getting hit off a little bit there. We can see Larry get sniped at the same time.
Yeah, nice. Some long-range shots coming in from BullDirectXn here. There's all sorts going off. Oh, here's amazing, by the way, from Floortastic 4, just taking up residency in the shack. We've still got the real Osama chilling at the back from KMG. Last one remaining there. And yeah, and Bull are going to have to push out here. In a minute, they're going to have to head north. There is a bit of a dip here, but there's so many random teams and stragglers left at the moment that they're going to have to be pretty careful when they do it. Did they get... No, they didn't get Larry back up. He got flushed out. So that was from Liam here. Managed to land that shot. It was nice work from Liam to chip off one of the BullDirectXn boys. 1 kill on the board for those. And there's KMG just jogging through the middle of all the action. No kills for them. And he's... Yeah, Kirstarmer's seen his effects. He's going to find him. Surely he's put down onto half health, though. Got to be careful.
Yeah, he does have to be careful right now. The push and that is being made a little bit. Real Osama, he's just going to hold the corner, but unfortunately he can't do it because he's just so weak and the man advantage was there. You can see the left side as well. Palmer has gone down to a snipe. Money Team, S&D, KW. I think they're all our teams who are very close to dropping out or being in. So this is a big fight for all them teams.
Yeah, exactly. But all of those ones who drove into a crate there, guys. I'm not sure who's in charge of driving. Probably Effects if he's going like that. Oh, Puppy getting a knock on Woods. They move in. So getting quite spicy now up in the northeast. And this works out quite well for Bald. They're going to make their way in while everyone's busy fighting up at the north. Amazing. They've pulled up on him. And he is going to get taken out, unfortunately, by the 3 from BullDirectXn. And they can claim that hut as their own. Although I feel like they might just feel a bit more aggressive and push up here. They're safely through. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him just come and get involved in the action. Big fight going on here between Team 12, which is the Money Team, and S&D. And like you say, they got that knock on Legends, and now they're getting pretty aggro.
Yeah, Money Team currently on 28 points. If they take out S&D, they might stop S&D going through. But then we see Team 16 on the top as well, coming in for that third party, and that is KW. And they're on 20 points right now, not counting what they've got. So this is a massive fight between all these teams. Big AK getting the change, though. And there we go. Just one left on Money Team. Just going to come in with the plays. AK trying to push himself over with that barrel right now. You're just better just sitting down there. Last alive, I'm pretty sure. They're trying to get the plays. And there's the 3 times barrel by Palmer finishing that up.
Yeah, taken out. Nice play there from S&D, and there was a bit of third partying coming in the side from up on the hill there, but they are able to get the revive on Legends. That's going to give them 4 men remaining, but BullDirectXn are here. They're moving in. They've heard this action. They want to come get involved, and they've managed to take down AK. That's nice shooting from Jack. they saw him on the way through. So AK gone. It was actually AK who was going for the revive on Legends. So that is going to leave him with 2. They look like they were going to have 4. Suddenly 4 becomes 2. Oh, there's another big fight going on up here. This is KW and Team 9, the bot squad. Bot squad are just turning up everywhere. They've been rotating all over the place. But Jads is down now, and it is down to DMR. Although Rubix and Zico are down. So they might be calling a bit of a truce to go for some revives here.
KW not really looking to push either. They might not realize there's only one left. That fight did happen earlier on. They're going to try and get their reses up instead, get the heals off, maybe push a little bit later. But we can see S&D had to go for a massive spread because Team 2 Bull just wanted to push in, sort of be aggressive and stop them playing anywhere. And we can see Spree actually going down from another snipe shot there. Liam being able to hit snipes today.
Yeah, landing a couple of nice K9 hits. He got Larry earlier. That's Spree down. That's over on the east-hand side of the map. Just staying with DMR for a sec to see if he's able to re-knock. Oh, Puppy's been taken as well. So let's get ourselves over there. This is all kicking off. This is Bambi going for the revive. There does get Spree back up in the end. FOTT Goers. That was Goers here who got Puppy in the end. So another kill on the board for Goers. I don't think it's really going to be enough to get him all out of the leaderboard. I mean, unless he clutches out and gets both these Bambi and Spree, maybe a little bit much to ask.
They need about 26 points.
Yeah, okay. That's not going to happen for FOTT. They put in a bit more work and got some more points on the board, certainly this game. More points than they've had in any other game, I'm sure. But I don't think that's going to be enough for them to get through. Oh, and here we go. This is Goober takes down Yad. So look at this. They're totally surrounded now. And Zico's going to move in with shots into the back of DMR. Surely it's going to go. 2 of them shooting at once. And that is the end of Bot Squad. They hung in there with 2 for a while. They lost 2 quite early on. I think on their rotation round to this sort of northern position, but that is the end of Bot Squad, and we are down to 5 teams remaining now. We've got Bald in there, we've got Killfeed, Whores in there, the KW guys. We've got Team 7 is Ice Cold Killers. Liam's been popping off with his snipes. Well, I don't think he got the confirm on the second one because they're just on 1 kill at the moment. S&D Palmer, is that the only? Oh no, they're Paper. So Paperboy's at the top. Here's Palmer, who everybody is trying to shoot. And who's going to get the prize for that one? It's going to be Starmer, unless someone steals it. Nope, no one able to steal it in the end.
Not being able to steal it. I'm pretty sure S&D have got their spot in the finals, though. It's KW who really needs to get at least 1 more kill, maybe, or at least a couple position. We can see Paperboy, though, taking the shots, gets down effects. Can he do a 1v3 situation? Jack's going to push around. He's going to jump in the air. Unfortunately, can't make it happen. That's 10 kills right now for Team 2.
Yeah, nice work there, really. I mean, they got into 5th position. Another 1 more point there for the flush and effects. And I think, like you say, that will be enough for S&D. I don't think it's likely they're going to get thrown out by any of the lower teams. So looking pretty good for them. Bald RXN, as we said, probably going to already be through. I mean, Ice Cold Killers, they weren't through. I mean, they're not in a great, looking like they're in a great position right now. But what have they got? Just 1 kill on the board.
Ice Cold Killers. So, yeah. I think, though, Money Team, I'm not sure how many kills they had before they went out, but they were on 28 points. So hopefully they had a couple of kills to make sure they kept their spot in the finals because they were only on 28 before this game.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see. It was just that the third game, the first Miramar game that just completely threw the leaderboard all over the place, really. It was great to see. Still 2 left from X. They obviously had that huge game last game, that huge dub. We've just got Bambi and Spree left fighting out this time. KW up to the north. We've got the Ice Cold Killers spread out here. Liam's going to find some shots on Spree. Going to land the early one nicely, but watch out for Bambi who's flanking around. He heard Bambi come in, gets a nice connection in reply, and puts Bambi low. He's going to go for the frag. She's just over this ridge, but he gets caught by Jack. He's always on the lookout, and Liam dropped his frag. Yeah, that is going to be a good night. It actually robs Jack of the kill because he dropped a frag on himself.
I think that still counts as Jack's point, though, when it's a team kill thing.
Okay.
We see Ice Cold, he sort of just laid down in that little dip now, sort of caught between, but Team 2 sort of saving his life a little, maybe. Stop Spree from pushing all the way up. You got to watch out for KW, still on that hill. So we're seeing a little bit of a fight between KW and Bald at the end here, I'm feeling.
Yeah, KW have got the numbers, but a nice little, I'm not sure if that was his knock, but he gets the kill on Bambi, gets the points. Yeah, KW still with 3 alive. They got 6 kills as well, so good game from KW. I think one of their strongest today, so they're just biding their time here, being patient. They're just outside the play zone right now. You do need to move in just a little bit, as you can see. Jack and Kier kind of dominating it a little bit. Ice Cold just kind of proning down there. And Spree is just outside. But yeah, going to be interesting to see this KW Bald RXN fight as they come in. Not great terrain for KW, but they got plenty of smokes. So they're getting them all out now, and they're going to see what they can do.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too early to get them smokes out. I guess they're going to try and push down to that little bit of area and fight around there, but they're just going to pin themselves in. You sometimes like to wait till you see other teams start to push themselves in. Obviously, there is only 2 other members in this fight as well, so they might just sit there for a while. But Ice Cold does get caught. That leaves Spree on the side by himself. He's going to try and snake it as long as he can, as we see the rest of Kill Feed Whores work their way to this little shack.
Yeah, they've made a bit of a move forward here, but it's only really just got them on the edge of the zone, and they've just used a whole ton of smokes to do it. So I think that might have, as you say, been just a touch early, but they're going to need to get themselves a knock now. The Jack and Kier have got the elevated position. They're all going to have to just dive onto their shack, and the frags are going to rain down. So it doesn't feel like a great position here. We'll stay with Kier. They got 13 kills to Bald RXN, and I imagine they're pretty happy with where they're seeing KW sitting right now. Spree off to the side still. Could throw in a shot and mix things up.
Maybe. This is our final zone. The next phase 9 turns to the little center of this circle. So, Team 2, Bald here, should literally have it in the bag. They have to cross the road to them unless Spree gets involved and tries to tackle them just a little bit. But it's not looking the best situation for KW right now. But they do have 6 kills. Gotten themselves at least a third, maybe a second if Spree dies early.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it's Bald's game to lose right now. There's going to be a tough one, I think, for KW, as you say, getting across that road, particularly with the lack of smokes they have left. It's going to be very difficult.
One smoke left from what I checked.
Well, and Jack and Kier still have absolutely loads. I see Jack's got 4. But yeah, Spree's kind of coming around the back here, so they've got to keep an eye out. I'm sure they're well aware of that. Nice. Kier trying to spray. Goober's actually got nicely across the road here. Goober's come right across, and he is right up next to Kier here. Going for the underarm molly, but Goober's come around the side. Jack's going to see him, though. Nice hits from Kier. On Kier from Goober. Goober taken down in return by Jack. And that is going to even things up. It's just Jack versus Rubik's here. Rubik's caught downhill. Big hits on Jack, though. He is on red HP, and that is going to be tough. He does drop Rubik's, but 19 HP left for Jack, and this is 3 solos now. Got 3 solos.
Yeah, Spree versus Jack right now then.
There we go. Yeah, that was Spree taking down Zico. So Jack versus Spree to finish things up now.
Spree is a little bit more center, I believe. He's got a little bit of a rock, but like you said, Jack does have his smoke grenades left. He can smoke all the way out and play up into his smokes. We've got 1 minute 40 while this circle works its way in.
Yeah, he's getting every single one of those smokes down. His vest is cracked. He's been shot so much over the last 90 seconds. His helmet is damaged. His vest is cracked, but we all know Jack can shoot, so certainly wouldn't put it past him. Nice hits on Spree there. Spree's going to need to med, and that circle's moving, so he's maybe just going to get that med down. He's got 8 smokes. He should have had them out, and now he's going to run out into the open. Those smokes are not going to be fully deployed before he's stepping out here. Going to be a big ask, I think, for Spree. He's left that a bit late, but Jack actually getting pushed off as well, so that might work out okay for Spree. See, got there. He's putting down a nice stun. Jack found himself nice little ledge to work with. Spree's getting pushed down to the open, and this is going to be the end, surely, of game 1. It's a brilliant stun from Jack. Spree goes prone, but he's still got an angle, and there we go. Jack does find it to finish in the end. That is going to be another win for Bald RXN. Nice play from Jack there. Close finish in the end. Bit of a wacky 1v1v1 near the end there, but 15 kills and a very nice game from Bald RXN.
Yeah, really good played by them. We can see some EX coming there in second. KW there coming in third. Ice Cold, how much team were they?
Ice Cold Killers in fourth there.
There we go, in fourth. Yeah, but that's a D in fifth.
Yeah, nice. Well, a bit of a mix up there. I'm interested to see the leaderboard. I'm not sure if KW is the one to see that had a big mix up there. But yeah, we'll have to wait a few minutes for the leaderboard to update, and then we'll have a look at the combined leaderboard over day 1 and 2, and we'll have a look at the kill leaders as well from today and the damage leaders. But I hope you all enjoyed watching the games today. We're just going to wait. It'll take maybe 5-10 minutes for the leaderboard to update, so stay with us till we can see that, and then we can let you know who the teams are going to be that are playing in the finals. 11 teams are going to go through to join the 5 teams that are already qualified, and they're going to be playing in the finals taking place next Friday. That's going to be on our Twitch channel here. Same start time. It's going to be 2 p.m. UK start time, and then we're going to do 5 games instead of 4. So a little bit of a longer session next Friday, and we're going to have the cream of the crop is going to be playing next Friday. So I think it's going to be some pretty competitive games. I don't think we're going to see too many of these crazy 15 plus kill games coming in next Friday. So yeah, KW 32 points. They've just pushed out Team Big. So if you run down from the top, we've got Bald RXN took home the most points over the 2 qualifier days. So if you're just catching up, by the way, this is the teams that played today and the teams that played yesterday combined into one leaderboard. The top 11 are going through to the finals next Friday. There's already 5 teams qualified through their placement in the last tournament. So the 11 that we are going to see joining those finalists is going to be Bald RXN. They took 77 points. RMV on 64. They played yesterday. Dubhub, who also played yesterday, on 63. SumX on 53 points at that fantastic Miramar game we saw earlier on. Team Poon from yesterday on 50. Bot Squad on 43. Pizza Empire on 37. Main Gaming on 35. S&D on 33. Money Team on 33. And KW on 32. Team Big, they were close. 28 points, but it wasn't enough. And KW, they needed that game at the end there to get themselves into that 11th spot. So well played by KW there. This is the kill leaders from today, by the way. This is just today's game. Jack, RXN, taking home the kill leader with 24. FX, his teammate, in second on 18. 13 for Spree. Palmer from S&D with 9. And Greggy with 9 from the bot squad. And then damage leaders, we can see we've got Jack, 3,500 damage effects, just behind him, about the same. Zico on 1,600, then Contra, and Legends down there with 1,500. Nice. Okay, brilliant. I think we're all set. We've gone over everything. We've got our teams to the finals. Like I said, that's going to be next Friday, 2 p.m. Same start time, 2 p.m. GMT. 5 games to play, 16 teams battling out. I'm going to be joined again by Nacho for the casting. So yeah, I'll see you then. Well, I mean, I'll see you on Monday, but I'll also see you then. Nacho, thank you again for joining me, dude. Really appreciate it. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here with me.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks so much for having me, and can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, nice. No problem. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll see you later, dude. And I will see you later, everyone else. Hope you all enjoyed the tournament. Take it easy, everybody. And I will see you next time. Thank you for checking out the TBG Cup. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Thank you to all of our players. If you've got any feedback, please drop me a message on Discord or post it in one of the rooms there. Thank you to everybody who's helped out with the organization. Big shout out to Twire for their awesome site for all the leaderboard tracking. Thanks again to Nacho and all of our mods as well have been helping just time out people who have posted spoilers and all little bits like that. So big thank you, everybody. And I will see you all next time.